Ekavit, presiding officer of Enzo Racing, VTuber, professional racer extraordinaire at your service. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you enjoy the race that you'll see today. We just had the United States, but now we are into Europe. And we've got a lot of races for you to enjoy today, so I hope you look forward to it.
Looking forward to doing this with you again. And of course, this time we have a new guest. We are joined for race analysis by the one, the only, the legendary Dunk. How you doing?
Hey guys, I'm doing well. I'm excited for this.
Да, начинаем по чуть-чуть. Грузимся. Ну, пока. Официальный стрим прогревается. Даже Дернка пригласили.
And we had some very, very close finishes. It was really exciting. And there are even more racers here now for this one. So we're looking forward to this. For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, however, this race is all about individual racers. They are aiming to score points across multiple Grand Prix for a spot in the top 15 for the Interstellar Champion leaderboards, proving that they are the fastest pilots in the Empire and esports racing legends. So we're going to go over some details. We're going to show you the track later on. We're going to talk about the rewards that the racers are going to get when they earn them. These are all done in a Mirai Razor. It is a 2-hour endurance race on the Super Dragon Tofu Run track. It was designed by Anzia Racing's very own EchoBit. And whoever claims at the end of all of this, whoever claims first becomes the official Dragon of Loreville. I'll have Echo and Lens go over some of those.
Блин, конечно, так странно на Побрито в Папу Джиггерноута смотреть. Там официальный стрим я закидывал в анонс телеги, можете из описания через сайт Анди зайти. Там сейчас все комментаторы. Ну, вроде бы с другими настройками кодировщика проще, потому что ночью у меня прям FPS падал, прям неплохо. Так я не же говорил гонщикам это. Да. Ну, запомни, сколько рядов гонщиков в этот раз хотя бы.
In the industrial area, and they were very, very famous for selling some amazing tofu. But the father did not know, the owner of the business did not know that his son and daughter, they would practice their racing skills while delivering the tofu. And in the Pisces CHX, you know, I mean, this might remind you of a movie, but it's really not related to that at all. This is all very, very real, which actually happened in Star Citizen. Those two were so good at flying through those narrow corridors on Lorville that eventually they signed up as racers and became legends. And it was so popular in the downtrodden and deliberately hard-living people of Lorville.
Я только сейчас заметил то, что Ленс переехал, что ли, что он в каком-то сарае сидит, по которому как будто бы ремонт идет.
I think for both Lens and I, we've always loved a good karafi cube of noodles. So we're always happy to have these delivery folks here, and these are the best of the best, and we are looking forward to seeing who qualifies for that godly 15. This for this particular race, it is very simple. Most laps win. So all of these racers are going to be trying to complete as many laps as they can. And then from the 18 total, again, we've split this out over 2 qualifiers. We've had the US and Australia qualifying race. And right now we're going to be doing the EU and Asia qualifiers. From those 18, we will cull it down to the 15, and they will participate in the final Grand Prix race next weekend. So everybody, please make sure you are following Anzia Racing live on Twitch. Even if you're watching the VOD, head over there, twitch.tv/Anzia Racing, and make sure to hit that follow button. So in this particular track, it is 258.6 kilometers long. This is a long, complex, highly skill-required track. This goes over more than 70 checkpoints, if I'm remembering correctly. There's so many.
78 checkpoints.
78 checkpoints. Thank you. 78 checkpoints, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to see some very tight turns. You're going to see some very specific elevation control. There is a lot of technical requirement on this one. So we're looking forward to seeing that one. Lens, could you walk us through the rewards and prizes and give everybody a clue as to what the winners will receive?
Absolutely, I will. There's some speculation happening in the chat that there is a movie related to, as I said, regarding the Super Dragon Tofu Run. No, the only movie I can think of is Die Hard. So yeah, Christmas movie, Luminalia. This is all original, guys. There are a lot
Luminalia.
Yeah, it's a Luminalia. There are a lot of rewards this year, and these are you get a lot if you win. Well, first of all, as Papa J has just told us, that you become one of the godly 15, which is like how awesome you have to be, because you will see if you were here with us in the morning, you know how tough this track is. But if you were not there and this is your first time, just sit there, man. You will see how tough the Lorville City is. So if you win, if you are one of the godly 15, well, everybody who participates gets the godly 15 Discord role and the badge of honor. You also get a free limited edition, the Godly 15 Stellar Endurance Championships t-shirt, a physical gift with your RSI handle on it, your logo on it, and your favorite racing number. Maybe you should go for 4433, combined Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. This is earned once in a year. You also get a free physical transparent, the Godly 15 sticker. You also earn once in a year. You have the access to 4K resolution artwork of the icon, which you can use anywhere on the social media. A special mention in the Hall of Stars historical race records on NZR. Access to the Godly 15 Racing Legend Club Discord chat, which is a very secret club where they talk about how bad Papa Juggernaut and Lens Nation are at flying ships. Those are the rewards for everybody. But if you come in the first place, in the race, which happens next weekend, you are given the title, as Papa J already told us, the Dragon of Lorville, just like that, with a lot of bassy tone. And then you also get the Dragon of Lorville Discord role and badge of honor. You get a special mention in the Hall of Stars historical race records. You get a free physical transparent Dragon of Lorville sticker and access to the 4K resolution sticker, which you can use anywhere you want. But that's not all. That's not all. You get.
All right, everybody.
Can we have the
I'm
reward
just gonna take a minute
screen
to get
echo?
over to position
Let's
over
show
the
them
start
first,
finish
second, and
line,
third
and once
prizes.
I'm there, I will start the briefing.
Right in front of your screen. Papa J, I've been talking for too long. Please walk us through these three.
These are incredible prizes for those who finish first, second, and third. You are granted the Mirai Razor. But not just the Razor, you are granted the Mirai Racing paint to go along with it. And to complete your black and red setup, you are also granted the Mirai Racing suit, which I personally believe is in the top 2 of the new racing gears in terms of aesthetics. I love what they've done with the Mirai overall look. I think these are fantastic, and these are, again, awarded to the first, second, and third place. So these are going to be sported by 3 people who are proud winners of this race in the future. We've got, after these rewards, we want to explain how the point system works. So this is a traditional Grand Prix.
Before you go into that, can I say these rewards are provided by CIG? We forgot to do that this morning. So
of course you can say that.
If they're watching now, I still want to keep us the rewards. So it's Cloud Imperium Games. They have given us these rewards, and also the rewards have been supported by Southern Cross Alliance, the org. Please, over to you.
Yes. So we've got a point system going on here. All the pilots will earn points for the Grand Prix races that they complete. It is based on position. So one pilot can earn a maximum of 150 points, and that is for first place. All other tracks are weighted on length compared to the Super Dragon Tofu Run, and it's also given a bonus if they are more technical. So, for example, and I've talked about the technicality of this particular racetrack, but for example, Super Dragon, it's got a length. If you divide it, if we're running on Ghost, you divide the Super Dragon Tofu Run track length divided by the Ghost's length, rounded would be about 0.6. But it is a very technical track, so it would get a plus 0.1 technical bonus in the point weight. That means that the wards go to slightly more points. So it's fairly standard, fairly normal. Should be easy to calculate for everybody. And if we go, there we are. We've got the Grand Prix point pools right there on track, or on screen. You know, and we're very much looking forward to. I cannot wait to see what ANSI is going to be doing in the Terra system, the Nix system, the Castra system. All of these things when they get unveiled, we are very excited to see what happens there. There will be city racetracks in every single system. That's going to add even more points to the Stellar Endurance Championships of the future. So, like I said, make sure you are following ANSI Alive on Twitch.
Блин, на Версгиде бы чекнуть, честно говоря, через сколько день настанет.
Great opportunities here for future racers.
Okay, so this is all about the points, and this is only gonna get better as the Crux Cup continues. It's gonna get even better next year. For the time being, if we come back to our faces, while the races are getting ready to echo, she's very
Faces? Ew.
Faces, yes. This is
here
us.
for us?
Without
I hide my
makeup,
face.
please. Yeah, you're the black screen right now. And shall we go over the grid now? We have 11 racers. I think 10 have joined us so far, but Echo will confirm that. Let's go over the grid for this race. Starting, we have one and only the person who takes a shower before every single race. Fresh 001.
Making them fresh. But not only are they first in the pole position here, they are the first that we get to introduce from the Sanguis Luna pit crew. They're supported by the Sanguis Luna pit crew, part of the Sanguis Luna team. Everybody, I do want to remind you, these are individual races, individual racers, but some of them are supported by a pit crew, so they're going to have faster access to ships, and they're going to be able to respawn in a different way. So it's a very helpful thing to have that pit crew support. But Fresh is kicking us off with that 01 number right there on the top of their Razor. Up next, we've got legendary racer Boltok.
Так, у нас сколько? 5 рядов гонщиков.
But Boltok going to be holding number 2 and starting in the number 2 position. And I think, you know, Lenz, you and I had a lot of fun.
По крайней мере, судя по официальной 3D-схеме. Я не думаю, что гонщики дико обидятся, если я с фарой пролечу в начале.
Actually, we never saw a battle for first. I should explain that. First position was held very consistently.
Boltox is from XGR pit crew, and we had Shaknu this morning from XGR pit crew who just destroyed the track. Only one crash and just had an amazing lead. Finished 13 laps.
All right, everybody, I'm going to start the briefing.
That was
racers, if you are out near the start line, you may begin by lining up that you have your positions from Echo directly in front of my position at Noise Maze. We're going to do a floating start just before one of the final checkpoints over the pipe works.
Starting is Dude 3D. I have seen Dude 3D race before, but I am not much aware of Dude 3D because I do not know who is supporting Dude 3D because these are individual races, but I think they are just by themselves, so if they crash they will have to respawn on their own.
Just for clarification, we will cover this in the script, but I have positions in order: Fresh, Boltok, Dude 3D, Playing Fox, Jacodin, Oro, Herbie, Computer Jesus, File, Normal Rocket, and Rentier Richie.
Be with you today and the next.
If you can stagger directly above the flashing red stripes on top of the pipes, pole position will be directly in front of me on your
Ну да, со светом будет получше явно.
and then swapping between crossbeams left to right on the way back.
И потом уже на ходу выключу его.
Oh yeah, next one. Okay, sorry, I was just zoned out
After
reading the
playing
chat.
Fox.
So Fresh would be directly in front of me, followed by Boltok on crossbeam behind them on the opposite side, so forth and so on.
Looks like a Spartan. That's how I like to refer to Jacko, the person who actually taught me and encouraged me to fly uncoupled, decoupled. Fantastic. He
То есть прогоняет долго. В смысле, это вторая гонка.
Podcast on YouTube. Dirk is also part of that podcast, and Jacodin here to prove his.
Alright, welcome back to Crux Cup. This time we're here to celebrate and launch the Stellar Endurance Championships. You're all likely aware of the format for this event, but just let's briefly hit the key points. This race of Super Dragon Tofu Run using the Mirai Razor Base Edition will will go for 2 hours, with the first hour being used for setup. But if we are on grid and staff are in position early, we will launch early and inform the live stream. So once they're ready for us, we will begin our countdown to start. Most laps wins. Get as many laps as you can, and we'll be culling the 18 signups of these qualifiers down to 15 racers for the final Grand Prix. Race launch will not be using a formation lap, but instead we're going to use a hovering grid launch with the race opening countdown delivered to you by myself via the Discord stream. I will do a test of that in a minute to make sure that everybody can hear it. But you will want to be... you'll want to have my Discord live stream open for the race launch. So we'll test that shortly. You should have all received your race position or grid position from myself or Echo. I did go over it just now, but if you need it again, let me know.
These guys are very, very good.
For regeneration, pit crew, racers without pit crew, we highly recommend you have your regen point set to her L1 or her L2 to avoid hangar delays and crowding.
Everybody knows Herbie to be the fastest person.
If you are a racer with pit crew, then feel free to keep your regen point on whatever support ship you have.
Ship racing scene and completely taking over the
final amendment to the race rules. We do have a 50% rejoin line that is going to be marked by Astromedic. So if you have crossed the
especially he's pretty much the
50%
heavy
point,
class king from Crux,
which is
I think
the gate
he has
1
been the champion for 3 years now. So fantastic to see
vehicle access.
That he's here as
you
well
may rejoin the race at Astromedic at gate 1 if you crash in the second half of the race. If you crash in the first half of the race, we have race timers at the start-finish line. You'll need to rejoin through the start-finish line.
These are individual racers, so everybody's got to do their own respawns, and fully supported by a team.
Finally, EchoBit does have a new Discord bot in Discord, so if you would like to stream your perspective for the live stream team, you can stream to Discord and it will be picked up there.
Very interesting name, File. I don't know. Do they like the administration work, or is it a computer reference after computer? Jesus, I have no idea.
Alright, I will go over the grid again. So I'm going to set up on pole position.
They're racing by themselves, like
at
no
noise maze.
So racing will be a little bit
and
hard for
then
them
in
because they
order
don't have
from pole position back with one
for
racer
them to
taking
just jump in and
a
do the racing.
cross beam. We have
This is the
Fresh,
first time I'm seeing File in one
Voltok,
of the races where I am shoutcasting.
Dude
So good luck to
3D,
you.
It is their
Okay, well,
first
Playing
time here,
Fox,
and I do want to mention
Jackaden,
from the Expanse
Horo,
organization, which is one of
Herbie,
the Russian communities.
Computer
I
Jesus,
messaged them because they
File,
were doing very well on
Normal
the
Rocket,
Commander
and
Classic
Rentier
Racing
Rich.
leaderboards, and I said, look, you've got what it takes to come to this competition. Would you like to come? And File was one of the players that answered. So yeah, welcome in, File. It's so good to have you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Echo. We appreciate that background on this.
So
So we are
looks like
looking
Dude
forward to
3D
seeing this.
is
And
in
Lens, I'm
the
glad you started that because I was
correct
thinking,
spot
I don't
if
think
you
I've
need
ever
a
seen
reference
File in a
point.
race that I've shoutcasted for, and here we are. So looking forward to see File's performance here, especially when we get into some tight neck-and-neck position fights. We're going to see how File does with that. Up next, we would have, and Echo, you can keep us updated on this if you need to, we would have Normal Rocket number 16 on the grid. Or
Is there any further
Razor
questions,
Pink
or am I
there.
missing anybody
But
from the
Normal has
party
not
invites?
checked in yet, as far as I know. Echo, is that still correct?
That's correct. So they're stuck in traffic, but if they manage to show up before the race launch, we'll let them in.
Alright, I'm going to start streaming
I do want to
to
say
Discord
Normal is
just to make sure
another
that all the
new
racers
person that
can
we picked up
hear
in the racing
the
community.
start
I met them at the
video.
Beijing Bar Citizen when they did the racing tournament there. They're friends with Horo, and I do want to welcome you in, even if you can't make this
So
Grand
if
Prix.
all racers can
Normal
tune
Rocket, we'd
into
love
my
to see you
Discord
for the next
stream,
one,
I'm going
so
to start
don't
playing
give
the
up.
video
Keep
just as
fighting
a
that
test to
traffic.
make sure that everybody can hear it.
And finally,
So
in
set
the,
your volumes
in the
accordingly.
back position of our grid, I'm going to ask Dirk to re-say this racer's name.
Did you want me to just say it first?
Yep.
It's Rentier Rich.
Perfect. That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to make it sound too bad. So,
That's
holding up the back of the
proper way
pack
of saying
there.
it.
Yeah, Rentierich is going to be sporting number 18. And like I said, last position on our grid. So all the room that they have to grow and advance in their rankings here, fight for their place amongst the godly 15. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your grid for today's qualifier.
Just to confirm that
all EU and Asia racers.
Right.
So representing their regions, representing their teams if they have a team. But this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So we are just getting close. The grid here, is that correct, Echo? Our racers are getting ready?
Yes, they're getting in position, and I'd love to show you
Is anybody able to see that stream
before
correctly?
we begin, as the race is set up and then start, get in position. Let's have a look at the Super Dragon Tofu run. Here is a tour of the racetrack.
I can play it again before we get started just to make sure, but that should be set to go now. And as a reminder, once that timer hits a 0, there is no parade or formation lap, so the race essentially begins as soon as that countdown reaches 0, and you're free to go full speed.
To reach the starting point, begin at Lawville Spaceport and fly to the end of the outskirts of Gate 4. Head towards the smaller area of industry at the end of Gate 4 outskirts on the right. The neon and lamp bridge between its two largest buildings is the start line of the Super Dragon Tofu run. Pass under it with a heading of 20 degrees on your compass and fly over the giant turbines towards the side entry of Gate 4's pipe tunnel network. On entry of the tunnel, your first major obstacle are 3 large pipes. You can go high or low for more space. Travel down the
Yes, how many time before start?
Until you see the words Hurstone Dynamics on the right.
Live stream will be ready for us in 10 minutes. I'm still waiting for a few racers on the start line, but let's call it 10 minutes.
Roger.
Industry blocks your way. Turn right just before the wall to enter an adjacent tunnel and immediately exit left towards a massive loading dock.
It does look like we are about to get Star Rise, so you might get
turn
lucky.
right and go through the bottom of the tunnel wall.
Where do you say Boltok has to position again?
5 по левому ряду.
Then fly close to the ground
Или 6.
to go
Boltok
under the
is going to
pipes
be
towards
position
Gate
2,
3.
directly in front of Dude 3D on the opposite side.
Первый дьют.
Go through the well-lit top-level tunnel
Или
gate while
болток.
passing Gate 3. This will set you up nicely for entry into the Gate 3 outskirts tunnel.
Так,
You're looking for an intersection called the Sire Split in Gate 3's tunnel. It's marked with neon signs
Иисус
on the
Рич
right,
последним.
indicating the intersection is coming up in
Дьют,
500
болток
meters.
первое.
Take a left at the solid yellow lights that indicate the corners of the intersection.
Then if you are drifting, just try
At
to
the
make
end of
sure
the
you're back in
tunnel,
position over those
exit right
flashing red
and follow
markers.
the pipes towards the industrial city outskirts.
So I think Dude 3D, you probably need a backup
This
one.
next section is called
I think
District
everyone's kind of
3.
shifted forward a bit.
It contains many
Hey, Noise.
restricted
What's the
zones
name of
that you will be
the person who will
dipping
be the
in and
marker
out
for the
of.
start finish and the halfway
You are
point?
aiming to go around this administration
Astromedic
tower
is
on
going
the
to be
right
your
with
halfway
an
point marker.
overhang, and then left of a thin observation tower with a holographic
Did you say the
red and
stats
white
are
blade
staggered,
edge.
or are we like parallel? Like, am I
Next,
next to Horo,
line
or
yourself
am I
up with this
opposite and
giant
behind?
crane and prepare to weave around
Opposite
it on
and
the left.
behind, so
And
one
then to
person
the
per
right of
cross
the
beam
tall
on
chimney
top of
stack
the
building
flashing red
after
markers.
that.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just looked like
Head
it was
towards
starting
the
to go
nearest
double
crane on
stats at the
corner of
front,
this
so
industry area.
making sure.
Yeah.
I checked it and I
Pass
think you
around
have to
on the
go
left
one
and the administration
front, or-
overhang building right after
Yeah,
it. And prepare to
everyone's
swing
kind of
hard
floated up a
right
position,
onto the top of
so
these three
Boltok,
loading
Dude
docks.
3D, Playing Fox, I think you'll need to back up a
Pass
space
this
just to
tower
make
on the
room
right
for
and
fresh.
gently turn left towards a
I
pair of
think
loading
I'm
docks
on the
that sit
fifth beam
between
here, so
two
it'll be fine.
industrial walls.
Right where Oleg
Next
is
are a
now
pair of
is
holo cranes
the
along
first
the outer
beam. So
wall.
yep, there's Fresh, there's Boltok, Dude 3D. Okay, cool.
Head up to the chimney stack tower and pass around the
И
tall
фреш
chimney
первый.
with a red ring at the top.
Let me just
It
look
also
here.
has a
Do we have
glowing
somebody on
yellow
start finish?
light at
Yes,
the
okay,
top
so
of
we've
the
got
tower
Tiger Weiss
to
and
help
Nox
you see it
Bardine
at night.
currently on the start
Into
finish
the
line
tunnel
as the
and
start
breeze
finish line
all the
marker.
way through it to make it
And
safely
Astromedic
out the
will
other
be
side.
the 50% rejoin marker.
Look out for
If you
observation
do need to
towers that
rejoin
run
at
next to the
Astromedic,
pipe.
you'll just rejoin
Fly to the
through
closest
gate
one on the
1
right
checkpoint
and
heading
pass around it on the
towards
left.
the trench run.
Next, dive under the end of this pipe
Ненавижу
section.
ожидать.
Stay below all pipes and gently rise up on the other side. On the left, you'll see another observation tower. Pass around it on the right. And then very slowly turn to fly above Gate 3 outskirts tunnel and enter it before the ceiling closes up. Travel down the tunnel until you see the intersection yellow cross sign on the left. When you see the yellow cross sign, look for a break in the tunnel when the sides open up.
Yep, Bulldog's drifting
Then
back too
fly
far.
left, up and out of the tunnel, and to the left of this observation tower. The next section is a flight through the Lowville CBD trenches.
Yep, there you go.
First, fly through the top of these loading docks next to Gate 3, before heading down into the city trenches themselves. Enter Gate 3 city trenches below this loading dock, and stay below all overhead neon bridges while inside the trenchway. Take a left at this intersection to join the Gate 2 city trenchway.
Alright, and then Rentier, it looks like we're
Next,
missing
take
normal
two
rockets, so if you
right-hand
just want
turns before
to
the
swap to the
CBD
other side of the pipe,
transfer
you
to
should be
Gate
fine
1
there.
city trenchway. Follow Gate 1 city trenchway. all
Just
the
other
way
side of the
to
pipes, so
end.
not forward. Stay where you were, but just on the left side.
Exit Gate 1 city trench after the last overhead bridge and go through the top
Come
of
back
the
to
loading
this
dock of
crossbeam,
Gate 1.
just on the left side of the beam.
Take a
So back
gentle
up.
left turn towards the side of Gate 1 outskirts tunnel and aim to enter it through the side landing bay.
Right there, you're good.
Fly down
Да,
Gate
нам
1
скоро рассвет,
outskirts
надо
tunnel
будет
to
готовиться
the left.
менять. Это все
Stay
на...
on target.
Alright, are any racers not ready?
At the end of the tunnel is a vertical hairpin. Pitch up and around the end of the last overhead beam.
2, 3, 4,
Aim
5.
for the
Раз,
top
два,
of the
три,
loading
четыре. Ну да,
docks
по
on the way
5.
back and prepare to turn towards the shoulder tunnel. Enter the shoulder tunnel through its side landing bay, and then prepare to turn right, and then immediately right again, out the other side of the
Alright,
tunnel
we're gonna let
after
the
the
live
intersection.
stream team finish up,
Next,
and
you
as
are
soon as
aiming
they're
to
ready, I
re-enter the city
will
through
let
the
you
top
know
of
and
these
begin the
loading
timer.
docks on the corner of the CBD. Take a 90-degree left turn out of the loading docks towards the yellow holographic blades that mark the edge of the first letterbox hangar. Enter the letterbox hangar on the left side of the building. Exit right and fly alongside the large foundational building. The second letterbox hangar is a hairpin around the skyscraper. Take a right and fly up
Ладно,
towards the next
проще.
hangar.
Ближе к минуте просто сразу переключаться. Сразу и
Turn
нафиг
left
назад.
and be careful on exit of this hangar, as there are multiple buildings in the way. Head down to the final letterbox hangar of this section and exit right of the holographic construction building, and the building after that. This will line you up nicely with re-entry into the CBD trenchway. Enter before the overhead neon bridges and stay under all of them once again. Take a left here and fly straight, onwards, to the Gate 5 city trenchway. Fly all the way down the trenchway of Gate 5 to the end. At the last loading dock just before Gate 5, swing a sharp left up and out of the trenchway. This next section is called Dock Bit. It starts with a chicane through the top of the nearest loading dock, weave through it and exit right. Head straight through the top of Dock 57 and hairpin left turn out of Dock 58. Go straight through Dock 59 and hairpin right through Dock 60 after that. Straight through Dock 61 and then get ready to enter Gate 62 as a hairpin right turn. Immediately hairpin left exit and straight through dock 63. Exiting the last dock 64 of dock pit, take a right turn towards small industry and pass under the bridge between its buildings. Then swing a left and pass under the pipeline. Aim between
Ветер
the top
толкает
of
немного
those
корабль.
buildings as you begin the Tiger Highway
Ладно.
section. Go through the top of all loading docks that sit above the city highways. Take a right here and go through the top of dock 68 to 72. After exiting the last loading dock above the city highways, go through the two brackets that stand tall above the pipelines on the left. Next aim for the administration tower with an overhang and fly under it.
Приходится реально тормоз держать.
Take a right around the crane and stay left of the two holographic blades of the last two observation towers. This completes a lap of the Super Dragon Tofu run. If you want to prove you're the fastest Karafi delivery pilot in the verse, submit a time trial to the community leaderboards of scr.gg. This track was made for competitive esports ship racing. Race together by visiting anzaracing.com. Made possible in Star Citizen. Join the verse by visiting play.sc. Anzia Racing would like to thank the following.
Alright, racers, the live stream is wrapping up now. We will start shortly.
There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a highly technical, complex race. Again, covering nearly 260 kilometers of track across the industrial side of Lorville, which is most of Lorville. But I'm very excited to let everybody know that now that we are ready to get this race underway, we are also joined by our fellow and friendly commentator. It is the one, the only, Dashmaster. How you doing, Dash?
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry for my tardiness, but I'm here now. Got something scheduled mixed up, but I'm here and I'm ready to go. And I watched the USA race yesterday for qualifying. This is going to be a tough racetrack for these drivers, and we've got a lot more ships than we did yesterday. So
just given us
we saw some crashes in the opening lap. It's going to be even more challenging today, I think, to keep your nose clean.
Very, very true. We're very glad to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. We, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get this race underway. You can see our grid right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 racers. Or
all right, never mind. She says launch it now. So
there's
here
Oleg.
shortly,
Yes,
I'm going to begin the countdown timer. So
Oleg's not racing. Oleg's providing amazing.
If you can't hear it, now is your time to try to adjust the volume.
We've got the clear for race launch.
Here very shortly.
We're about to get started.
Normal Rocket hasn't been able to join, so we are racing with 11 racers.
That's right, racers and razors. Oh yeah, I need to be very clear in my pronunciation.
Also, the sun
Timer
/
has
star
started.
rising
Good luck,
soon.
racers. As soon as the countdown
So we
ends,
will
you are
start
free
the
to
race
race.
in day, and then
Good luck, boys.
it's gonna be a long day.
Good
I
luck,
think
everybody.
these guys are gonna get
And
lucky
thank
if,
you,
if
Anzia.
it doesn't rain.
Good luck, racers.
Good luck.
Yeah, we went through that entire first first
everybody.
qualifier
luck.
without rain.
Let's hope no one needs to go to the toilet for the next 2 hours.
These
Hey, don't forget the
nighttime
makeup.
racing for this grid is
You know who you are.
so complicated. You are dealing with very tight spaces, very, I should say, not very well illuminated
Good
track
luck, G.
segments. The nighttime racing that you guys are going to be seeing here live, if you are a race fan, you are going to be highly impressed with the capabilities on screen. So make sure to enjoy that, but get ready for some very complicated racing. Dirk, I would love to get some of your predictions as both a racer, somebody who knows so many of these racers. You've competed on these tracks before. What are you expecting from today's race?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a really close and exciting competition today. Or earlier on for the US qualifier, we saw some peak times of around 8 minutes 53 and 8 minutes 56. I think we can expect those times to be, I don't want to say shattered, but even beat further for this EU qualifier. I know some of our top guys here, we can be expecting some sub 8-minute 50s coming down into the 8:43s, and so that's going to be very exciting to keep an eye on. Fresh and Bull Talk for sure, we're going to watch them fighting for the front if I had to make a prediction. But there's a few names even further down that I think you should keep an eye on. Someone like File, who does really well in online racing, and this should be a good environment for him. So I think we're gonna have a very close race, and I think we're gonna have a good clump of racers at the front for a while.
I would agree. I think that this is going to show off some very technical skill to match the technicality of the racetrack here. We did have, unfortunately, that first race was plagued by a lot of crashes. Most of the grid suffered crash. In fact, everybody suffered at least one. And then Lenz mentioned earlier, Shaknu only had one. Everybody else had at least two. Unfortunately, we had racers like Nafty and Kelsar who were just plagued by crash after crash after crash. It's a tough race. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 seconds away here. We are ready to get this.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Quick reminder to everybody, however,
Game!
make sure you're hyped to.
Good start and good luck.
Green, the start's going to be very important going to turn 1.
Oh, this is exciting.
These first few checkpoints are very dangerous.
Yes.
I think there was some gamma adjustment on that point of view, because from this point of view it looks very, very dark, but that ship was pretty much clear. Looked like the sunrise was already there. Very tight grid, no crashes so far. Fresh is just doing fresh things. The shower helping, and he's going away. Followed by ball talk. Dude 3D, no change so far.
It's important that we call that out. This is as Dirk was saying, this is really a dangerous time because everybody is in roughly the same place. I am noticing a gap, however. We've got a significant distance between Haru and Dude. Dude.
No, they're catching up. After Haru, we are not seeing. Or is Herbie ahead? Yeah, Herbie. Computer Jesus.
Я думаю, 1-2 круга и
seems to have overtaken Herbie.
переключаемся.
Still don't see Herbie, so maybe he's had a crash. File connected, so it looks like File had a crash.
Computer Jesus crashed.
Herbie
There's
is there,
Herbie there, so he's still moving.
Yeah,
I think Computer Jesus just had a crash.
Yep.
Because his marker
Right,
just stopped.
Herbie has been dropped.
Иисус крашнулся. Поздравляю.
In this race, in this qualifying,
Это по вашему мистерию Южного парка.
if all the people in the front. Yep, Jackoden had a crash. Oh no, Sparta has fallen on lap 1, but not to worry. They will come back. Computer Jesus had a ship destroyed. Wow. I want to count how many crashes we get in this race.
I really hope that we're starting to see the beginning of the end of that trend. The fewer crashes we can have, I think the more competitive this gets. I think the more skill we're going to see put on display. Would love to see this not be finished because of crashes. I would love to see all of these racers.
Ждал, когда этот камера переключит. Там Вульф еще висит.
Out here for all of us to watch.
Ну так. Статично, но крутится, типа, смотрит, меняет точки.
Even watching the track map, when I watched it, there were a couple places that I thought we'd really see incidents, mainly into the city where the letterbox turns are, and then the switchback during the port area. But it looks like we've got already 3 or 4 crashes before we even got to that part of the course.
True.
Yeah, this is gonna happen, but even crashes don't stop us getting some entertainment, because this morning, even after so many crashes in the later part of the race, just 3 laps, what an amazing battle between Tint and Jelly had made. That was very exciting on a track like this, changing places. I'm very sure we will have that in this race. I'm gonna say not even just between 2 players, 2 racers, but at least 3 racers will be competing, I think. Let's see, that's my prediction. Sometime during the race, we will have 3 people competing for a while.
Well, I think your prediction's good right now, because we've got 4 in that lead group from Fresh down to Playing Fox that are still on the same straightaway with each other.
Yeah, look at that. It looks great. Great camera work, OlegLime. Awesome.
You know, Dirk, we did this at the end of the last race, but I would love to do it throughout this, especially because you are an experienced racer. You've podiumed on different races, and you know what these things are like. As we're getting through this first lap, and these are, as you said, long laps, even with the incredible talent that we've got in this pack today, We're still looking at 8+ minutes of running here. In these first laps, what is a strategy? How is it going to be different at the beginning of the race versus maybe, you know, midway, ending? What does the start look like for a racer, and what should they be trying to do?
Copy, thank you.
There's really a lot of feeling out process at the beginning of a race and trying to see where things are lining up, because you can know everything you can about someone's time trial time and everything, but the actual race state times can be quite different. So it's a matter of feeling that out and figuring out where things are starting to line up, and then trying to settle into a good rhythm. And just especially these endurance races, just trying to focus on putting down decent laps and surviving these laps especially.
Are they? It sounded like you're not only saying they're feeling out the track and making sure that they're comfortable with it again, but also feeling out other racers. Is that part of their strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can see already, even though Do 3D qualified ahead of Plain Fox, you can see that they're starting to have a little bit of a battle there with each other. So they're probably trying to see where each other is faster and trying to figure out if whether it's a good idea to try push and try to make a little bit of gap, or if you feel comfortable sitting behind them and just trying to stay safe if you're not going to be able to easily overtake them.
Makes sense.
I think Fox and Dude are actually very close, yeah. So you start making those kind of calls straight away from the beginning. I mean, in my head, I thought everybody would be just like, nah, we're just gonna keep it safe at the beginning. Very interesting, Drunk.
I'd like to get confirmation from Echo and Dirk that turn that we just watched them go through with that bright yellow sign that hangs off the edge of the wall.
Playing Fox crash.
Is that a physicalized sign? Can that be made contact with?
Sire split you're talking about?
Oh, that's right. That's Sire.
No,
Yeah.
the Sire split
like
ones,
Playing
and
Fox
also
and do
the
3D.
stay on target ones.
Yes.
Playing Fox, do 3D. Possible double crash there. That's right, that's right.
Yeah, I just saw their markers just stopped. I think they both just had a crash.
Who's
in there.
marking start?
Competition happening already. There we go.
Now
We did
Nox
finish lap
Bardeen
one.
and
Oh,
Try to
yeah,
go
Jaguars
away.
are on
Plain
the start
Fox is
line.
now moving again.
Maybe
I
Dude
believe
3D
they
is
passed
also
50%.
moving. We'll see if there's a Playing Fox
50% would be
connected.
after
Now
loading.
Playing
What?
Fox has respawned. I can see them.
Yeah.
Oh my
If you pass gate 1,
Chip
you can
collision,
respawn
Playing
and rejoin the
Fox.
race.
Oh no.
Блин, а вот на меня переключили, когда мне дождь насрал на экран,
Hey, man,
спасибо.
hold on, Wayne. DC in the chat, welcome. He launched a hype train this morning, Wayne, while we were ship racing. Trains and ships. Fantastic combo.
Yes,
Насрали.
a bit of a mistake by one or the other of trying to.
Но на
push this
прошлой
early
гонке
and try and
такого
take the
не
overtake
было.
earlier
Ой,
on in this
почище.
race. When it's a long endurance race like this, if you're not making a comfortable overtake, you're better off to try and sit behind and pick your moment when it's safer to make an overtake.
Yeah, I think that's well said. And for those of you watching, please
Copy
note
that.
that we
File
called
crashed.
out that Playing Fox had a ship collision. However, Dude had the ship destroyed. So we do try to be as specific as we can when we're giving this information to you. And we have
File had another
another
crash.
destruction from File, another ship taken out there. So that is File's second crash, ladies and gentlemen. We are not even done with our first lap.
Not even one lap done, Wayne. You haven't missed anything, but you have missed a lot of crashes. The lap 1 chaos. F me and Dash, we know that in Formula 1. Oh boy, lap 1 crew chaos. That's happening right
Yeah,
now.
this track is really testing our racers right now. I think we've had half the field now crash, and the sad part is, Lance, we've lost our 4-racer lead group up there. It's now just Fresh and Bolt Talk. Actually, Fresh is now pulled away a lot from Bolt Talk, as you see on the camera.
It refuses to
It'll be
rejoin.
very interesting to see if Fresh pulls a Shaknu. I'm gonna call it. Is he gonna pull a Shaknu? Just not have a crash at all, or one if he will. Let's see what happens. That's let's have this competition between Fresh and Shaknu, even though they were different qualifying races. So we had Dude crash. We had Playing Fox in a collision. We had Jaguar crash. Kuru Herbie haven't crashed yet. Computer Jesus had a crash. File had 2. Normal Rocket is not in the race, and Rentier also hasn't crashed so far.
Yeah, we've got some very fortunate racers here so far. They've avoided a lot of these collisions, but as Dash just said, roughly half the pack already has suffered a crash, and we are not yet done with lap 1. I will point out that
Тут
we
право.
should be getting the
Да.
completion of Fresh's
Надо
first lap
запоминать
in the
каждый
last few
раз.
seconds if they are keeping true with their
Уж
qualifying
очень
time.
странное место его не было на
So,
Туфуране раньше.
see that the grid will change, the positions will completely change once everybody had lap 1. We had to wait quite a long time this morning for 4 of the racers to finish their lap 1 because they just kept crashing. It was Nafty who's in the chat. I think I cursed him this morning by backing him up, Qualsar, and they took their time finishing their lap 1 because just multiple crashes. Maybe it was desync or who knows. This is a tough track. Fresh has finished his lap 1, 8:48. That's already faster than Shacknoon.
Да, пока что Fresh идет первым.
I believe our fastest Shacknoon time this earlier was in his first lap, so it'll be interesting to see if that holds true.
Почему стрим выглядит у них засвеченным таким?
Or we start to see Fresh or Bulltalk start to bring their times even further down.
That was 8:43, right?
8:48.
8:48. Yeah,
we've got an 8:48 finish here from Fresh, which is our current fastest lap time. Bulltalk coming in a significantly surprising 15, almost 16 seconds behind that. We saw a much closer pack earlier in the lap, and now we've already got an almost 16-second gap here between numbers 1 and 2.
And Huru not doing bad at all. 3rd position already, and very competitive, very cool. All these guys need to do is just fly safe. That's it. I mean, Fresh and Bulltalk will maybe chase each other for top position, because of course I think having clear air in this race will be very important. Let's see how that unfolds for us. All about practice, as Luigi says.
See how the crash has already affected the order as Huru started 6th and has already jumped up 3 spots just from everyone else's mistakes.
Yeah, who shouted to Huru for pulling into that position?
They need to at least pull away a couple of laps to keep themselves safe. Like if you have a couple of laps or at least 1 lap on your competitors, then you have a safety margin of having 1 crash. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Definitely adjustment of gamma, which is I think perfectly good strategy to use if you're using the cockpit view. We didn't see any of that this morning, or maybe they were doing it and we didn't have their point of view.
That will absolutely be reshade, giving them that enhanced gamma. Very helpful in the night time, which they needed.
All hail reshade.
All hail Reshade. This part of the stream is sponsored by Reshade. Increase the performance of your game and make it look pretty.
Not officially sponsored.
Not officially sponsored. Conditions apply.
And Lens, by the way, you can't keep making this mistake, sir. We learned in the last race, these are star rises, not sunrises.
Yes, star rises. I did say sun/star rise. I did say that in the chat.
It's not a sun. The sun is in our system. You're in the wrong planetary system, sir.
It is such a cool way of describing it. I love. Well, you learned something in NZA streams. That's what we learned this morning. It's a star rise and a star set.
What I've learned is that you need another cup of tea.
I do. Chai, please. That's the problem right there.
Какую-нибудь пару перехватить на пересечение.
Sun, star, I think we know. It's either way looks beautiful.
Там все шутит о том, что типа на прошлом стриме многие внезапно узнали, что не все солнце, а солнце звезда. Ну как плавно. Вот сейчас настройки поменяли на опыте прошлой гонки, прям получше стало. Я еще запись даже посмотрел краем глаза, блин, там так плавно все выглядит. Даже не так дергано, как у меня по факту, потому что это лорвиль.
It's worth calling out that for Herbie only being 1 minute and 12 seconds behind, as we saw in the first qualifiers just a few hours ago, that's very easily made up. That is not something that is insurmountable. It's not like the minute is, a long minute. That 1 minute can be made up with a single crash. That 1 minute can be made up in a couple of laps. If you play your cards right and you cut these corners, you're going to be able to shave that 1 minute down very, very quickly.
No, yeah, I don't have all my... Sorry, Dash, I don't have my all my windows open. I don't have the access to this data. Did Rentier crash? Did we miss the crash, or
Jacko
did he not have a crash
Ouch,
yet?
thank you.
I've not seen a crash.
Okay, because everybody who did not crash on lap 1 have actually finished their lap 1. everybody else had a crash except for Rentier. So it'll be very interesting where he is. Jacko has already finished, and Jacko crashed. So where is Rentier? Maybe one of the camera
Right here on screen.
find Rentier?
This is Rinterich right here. Bringing home their first lap. Slow and steady wins the race.
Beautiful. They will claim the 6th spot, or maybe Dude is ahead of them, or somebody's ahead of them. Interesting. Soul Rise on Earth. Would it be a Stanton Rise here? Okay. Wayne, you just had to throw in another name in there. We are already confused between Star and Sun.
I like Stanton Rise, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's
I like it.
I like it.
Oh, I interrupted you earlier, Dash. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say with how long this track is, it's very easy to make up time or lose time with as many corners here. The seconds do add up. And it sounds simple, but this is a track of over nearly 300 kilometers long. There's a lot of chances for mistakes here.
Hey, Turk, have you raced on this track? Have you practiced on this one?
We do have Jacket
a little bit. I haven't had the opportunity to really get down to doing many lap times.
We do have Jacket in for 1 lap completed so far.
Okay, did you time yourself?
Rentier just finished their lap.
Yeah, just finally. Good.
Yeah, I was getting. I was getting down to the 9 minutes, like the just like 9:10s, 9:05s.
Well, that's very close. Now. I will tell the viewing public here. I will let you know that. Oh no, ship destroyed. Computer Jesus again. Computer Jesus number 2.
2 crashes for Computer Jesus. Yeah.
You guys just heard Darn Cruz, a professional racer, got around that 9-minute mark. I was also in that 9 range. Unfortunately, it was hours.
And I'm gonna say, I'm still doing the lap. I still haven't finished yet. I think it's 9. 9 days.
He's still on the track in a different shard.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Manfall Down is saying my money is on the Rentier Ridge. Hey, chat people, Luigi, FD, you're all there. Go ahead and pick your favorite. Let's see who will be the most consistent. We need to have Mr. Consistent or Mr. Consistent Racer.
Блин, был бы костюм от перегрузок, реально. Меня вот перегрузки бесят. Я вот... Сейчас вот эти вот легкие покраснения, побеления, это тип перегрузки я гашу постоянно просто. Меня это бесит. Вот сейчас было, мне пришлось это чуть вперед сдать, потому что у меня перегрузка то, что назад лечу, а теперь наоборот. Надо искать пару.
Commentary curse is my favorite. Sure, Luigi.
I was about to say as a member.
Fresh horror, походу, рядом, да?
You ever heard of what a commentary curse?
Fresh, видимо, ватров шел.
Ooh, shout out to race officials and to the new camera system made by Echo. What is the new camera system, Echo?
We're able to take in a lot of Discord live streams, so the technology we already use for VoIP, we can now take in all of the cameras that people put up in the stream.
POV system then, so the POVs, like what we're seeing right now.
That's right. So here we can see Precious Follow Gate. They're connected. May have just been a bug.
Noxus has picked the safest bet. He's packing Oleg to make some great shots. Yeah, don't jinx it.
Dude 3D, Playing Fox, both completed as well. So we're awaiting 2 more racers to finish their first lap here.
Поприкалываемся.
Computer Jesus, who's unfortunately suffered 2 crashes, along with File, who has suffered 2 crashes.
Precious coming back around. This is going to be very interesting to see what his time is on this lap, especially.
It's looking good for Fresh, Baltalk, Huru, and Herbie at this stage. Let's see which one of these 4 gets a crash first. So those notifications that we're seeing, they're deceiving because there's just the party markers popping up for depending on the range.
Заодно чуть финиш отработал побольше.
Nobody's had a crash in a while now. The last crash was Computer Jesus. Let's see. Fresh has completed 2 laps.
Yeah, he backed it down a lot from his first lap down to a 9:01. From an 8:48, which was on lap 1. So I think he just gotten into a good rhythm here. He doesn't need to push. Really, he's 15 seconds ahead. So it's good time early in the race. Just focus on making lap time.
We were talking about this.
The same lap time though. That's interesting.
Drunk, this is for you. We were talking this morning about this, like, at least this was my point of view, that your starting grid position really is not going to make much difference unless you're like at the first top 2 positions, because of the crashes. Is that a valid thing to assume? Like, it doesn't really matter if you start last, because if you just are consistent and don't crash, it's not going to matter where you start.
I'd say yes and no. I think it's very important to try to qualify in a position where you're not going to be behind slow traffic that can be dangerous at the start of a race. So the pole is for sure the best because you get all the clean air in the world and you don't have to worry about party markers. But you still want to have a decent position, because if you fall too far behind and you end up with slower traffic, then it can be dangerous and can cause accidents early on.
Where will you call the cutoff point? Sorry, I was just like,
go ahead.
There. Yeah, so where will you draw the line? Like, I at least want to be 3rd or 4th and not below that, otherwise I am stuck in slow traffic.
I think it depends on the pilots that are in
Походу на
there.
этих двоих сейчас переключусь.
For this EU one, it would probably have been around the 4, the 5,
Тормозимся,
6, 4,
он
5, 6
слабенько.
spot. So I wouldn't want to be any further than the 5th or 6th grid position if I were racing this one.
I will say we may have just seen, yes, that confirms that Playing Fox has just overtaken Rentier. So we've got a change in position here for this lap.
And welcome to Vericus Brutus Caesar the 12th in the chat. It's nice
One of the
to
things
see.
I noticed, I saw when Fresh was completing their lap and then Boltalk as well, we talked about the very, very, minimal distance or minimal time difference between 15 seconds. I mean, Dash, you were just saying it, Fresh has slowed down their time by 12, 13 seconds. That's essentially the gap that Boltalk was behind. So if Boltalk had stayed in the same pace that they had on their first lap, that could have been a neck-and-neck race for that second place, or for the second lap completion.
Just one little update on that Fresh lap time. It seems we've seen from the staff that they might be 2 or 3 seconds slower than the actual lap time. So we might even see a really fast lap time coming up for Fresh if he comes around here and it's timed perfectly.
Wow.
And Huru is still there, Herbie's still there. These guys are doing good, at least for the first 2 laps. They're on their 3rd lap. Pretty good going for them.
It's very evident right now. I think if we look at Rentier and their track performance, they seem to be running a very cautious race, trying to stay alive, avoid accidents. These have been conservative lap times.
На всякий случай порулил лево, я не вижу точку медика.
So that could be the key to winning.
I think the important stat right now is to keep that crash counter at 0.
Yep.
It is a long lap if you get into trouble here. There's the 50% marker if you get into an incident later in the lap, but the less crash, I think, the better for any driver, and 0 is the best on a track this long.
Rentier has a lot of fans in the chat. They are cheering him up because I think it's a good time zone for the French people. Nice to see you all, Fabian. Welcome. Dupe, I just had the notification that you're actually playing SnowRunner. Dude, sort out your priorities. Like, just watch the stream.
And to put a bow on that, while Rentier is working on their second lap, File just their first lap, and Computer Jesus is yet to finish their first lap due to their crashes.
They're still faster than the morning race because we had a long delay.
Опять 9-3D. На каком месте вообще? Таблицу не вижу. Он 8-й. Я вроде нормально прет. Он где-то в начале разбился, да, походу? Что-то уже забыл. Потому что если вот этот... Ричи кто-то там, он медленно прет, его даже таблицы, по-моему, нету. По-моему, уже выпал за нее. Нет? А не, он впереди него. Ладно, окей. Извиняюсь. Он 6-й.
In all these qualifying races. Definitely, I am very hyped for the Grand Prix next weekend, 100%. This is going to be fun. All 15 of the racers who are going to race there is just gonna have amazing competition. It will be interesting to see all these people who are the racers who are not crashing. Will they have the same luck the next week? Oh boy, very exciting.
We have on the left there that Dude 3D making their way through the city right now.
Next to Uncle Hurston. We didn't get the answer, Papa Juggernaut, from this morning. Whose statue is that? What's the name?
I have no idea. It was a random question. I hope somebody had the answer to it, but nobody did. I truly thought I knew. I thought it was the Archibald Hurston statue. However, when they flipped around in the daylight and then I saw the position, I was like, "Oh, that's not the Archibald Hurston statue." Oh crap! Well, I have no idea.
There were few guesses. Morning.
Something we have that just happened is we had fresh overtake Frontier Reach near the back, and so this is something we're going to be seeing here for a little bit here. Is as the guys at the top start getting faster, and they might be coming up to the back markers. We'll see if that's going to slow them down on their lap times too.
Yeah, overtakes lapping.
That'll be our first lap. Overlap. That's not the phrase, but it's our first one of this particular race, and we are only 25 minutes in.
This is the multiple S segment. Like you go through, you literally create an S through all these arches right there. Absolutely hate that.
That's our chicane.
That's my favorite segment on the racetrack.
Oh, dude,
it's such a technical portion.
Oh, it's so hard to fly.
And watch Fresh do it here.
There we go. Whoa.
Oh, this is so cool. I like the way he sets up to the outside, hits that apex to get the inner corner of the next guard or the next supply dock. Just making all the lap time through here. Hit that inside apex again.
И на финише, скорее всего, разменяется на дроволомчика. Часто ли такие гонки? В Анзе обычно раз в сезон чемпионат проходит в среднем. По-моему, на NB Ghost, которая будет, можно записаться еще. Можешь по ссылке в описании посмотреть. Камера не гуляй. Мы кефир попиваем. Скарлет Апекс вроде... Блин, я не помню когда. Ближе к зиме, что ли? Я знаю, что точно вот через неделю финал. Вот эта гонка, то сейчас квалификация. Потом еще в октябре у нас будет гонка на стриме. И там парочка без.
That's the Formula One fan in him right there.
Yeah, that's me.
А дальше можешь в Дискорде антирейсинга посмотреть расписание. Вообще у нас в этом году еще Mountains of Mayhem должен быть наземный. Я, честно, не очень запоминаю то, что типа не в такое ближайшее время. Там Фреш, походу, рекорд круга поставил. Надо разменяться, может, здесь кем-нибудь. Если что, я не гоняю. Я вообще такого еще не видел. Турнир какой-то гонки, чё? Что это такое вообще? Ну, есть гоночная организация, вот, например, у нас Анди Рейсинг. Организуют гонку, проектируют трек, ставят став и гоняют, рассчитывают. Там вот официальный стрим можешь через последнюю ссылку в описании найти. Я еще в ТГ кидал. Но я сам не гоняю. Не, конечно, технически в одну гонку не гонял, но я член стафа организации. Под турбори, ну да.
Between Fresh and Dude 3D, as he is close to 20 to 30 seconds faster than Dude 3D's times, and he's coming up behind him now, which is very impressive. Dude 3D is very fast, so for Fresh to be able to overtake him this way is going to be pretty crazy.
While we wait for that overtake, I just want to remind everybody in chat, or even if you're watching the VOD of this later on, you've seen some links get dropped into chat for the official merch. Я не в курсе, я понял, на тебя рекомендации ютуба попал, это первый раз.
Ну окей, но я чисто... Я не одни гонки снимаю, просто это сейчас так попало. Это уже сегодня второй заезд, потому что первый квалификационный был по США. 4 утра. Ночи в 5. После той гонки поспал и выспался. Пока видосы блил, думаю, что напомню включить тут и... Понятно. У нас гонка еще сколько? 1,5 часа будет. Я чисто камеры снимаю у них. Полтуре. Ладно, надеюсь, тут я с кем-нибудь разменяюсь, потому что что-то на прошлой гонке кучно были некоторые, летали, прям противостояние было жесткое. У Тинта и... Блин, как его зовут? Блин, я уже забыл. Потому что потом реплей смотрели, потому что, честно говоря, там подозрительные маневры некоторые. А, Liquid Prime, вот, помню. Давление подписки, я так понял, ты отключил. Когда гонка идет, у меня все отключено. А так уведомления о подписках приходят только тогда, когда у человека открыта подписка, потому что YouTube дает информацию только о людях, у которых есть открытые подписки.
That's the lens strategy. Just slow down to lens pace and just take that corner and go.
Oh, for the love of God, if they slow down to the lens pace, they're never going to finish the race.
They will not even start. They won't even start. That's normal rocket has employed my strategy today.
Так, все, я там сейчас репорт написал.
Lens pace is doing the echo flip, but not completing the flip. You just park on top of the overhang. You just sit there and you wait. You drink a cup of chai. You watch people
take a
do
screenshot.
Take a couple screenshots.
And call it a win.
Storyboard your next machinima. Yeah.
Тогда, когда, короче, стримлю гонку, у меня все уведомления ухнуты. Давай Playing Fox и компьютер Джизуса. И урезались. Специально очень много пересеченных местностей. У меня просто стрим берут за основу потока на Twitch. За одну из.
We're coming up now to the section where I've been told is the most time saved. Coming around Echo Flip up into around Dock Pit. Those are the most time saved. So if we're going to see some overtaking or if we're going to see a lot of that.
Многие подписки на YouTube скрывают, он даже у меня скрыто. Их вообще по-хорошему чистить. У меня там мертвяка, наверное, с 2012 года накопилось.
Yeah, we saw different ways people were doing it. Oh, that was very fast. Yeah, they didn't. Fresh did not complete the complete barrel roll. He's just gone vertical, lining up for.
Судя по тому, как у них Fresh на официальном эфире летает, он сейчас эту парочку, которую снимают, догонит. Там прям удивились, он очень хорошо вертикальный маневр зашел, который был сзади. На хорошей скорости.
We saw some very wide echo flips, and this was the most incredible skill I have seen so far from the point of view of Fresh. Well, take showers, guys. That's the strategy. That's what Fresh does.
Flying through the letterbox. Got another one coming up right here.
Yeah, this is almost.
Okay, that's a roof. That's a roof.
Oh, that's a crane.
Yeah.
Lord.
That's Superman.
Мне сейчас указ был Фреша снимать.
How beautiful is this? You can write poems about Fresh's flying.
Yeah,
He's getting
what
real
sets
close
him
to those
apart.
cranes, guys.
Oh yeah, and what sets him apart from everyone else isn't just how close he gets to places, but I want the viewers at home to pay attention to the TBI, which is that little.
Блин, просил же ее валивать встав.
He brings it back onto the crosshair. And to keep it simple, the more time you have on TVI, the faster that you will go. That is the
В
best
личку
top speed
сыпет, я в прошлый раз
scorer
сообщение от нее проспал.
So he makes that smoother than anyone else that I've seen. I think Boltok is one of the few people I see who are.
Ну, говорит, фреша надо.
Boltok still running a solid number 2 in this race. Boltok, as of the
Фреш
last
прям
lap
прет.
completion, Boltok 37
Не случилось бы, как в прошлой гонке с челом, когда он просто пер и тупо вмазался из-за своей скорости.
Very well settled there, and I heard the same conversation from Jackardin in one of his streams about the TVI and keeping your crosshair there. That's the way to go fast, but like for people like me and Juggernaut, it's more about where the hell is my ship going anyway. I don't even look at TVI. I'm like, okay, which way I'm facing and where are the walls? So, and for these guys to do this is a completely different skill set. It's very beautiful.
No. I always know where the wall is because it's usually right in front of my face.
Походу, Фреш успеет до финиша даже Дюда перегнать на круг. Еще один.
We have never heard your adventures.
Well, mainly I've been on the combat side of things. I did actually run one of the racetrack on Orison, and it's fun, but I am also one of the guys that knows where the wall is because I kind of tend to run into it a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, you're gonna see this gap as we're coming to the start-finish now between Dude 3D and Fresh, especially through these last few turns. Fresh should be closing it up even further. We can expect an overtake in this next lap, I think.
2 kilometers apart.
Так, надо широкий разворот заходить.
It was 7 kilometers. They are down to 2. There are 2 kilometers between Dude 3D and Fresh, and we're in Fresh's perspective right now. You see that gap closing as they do these straightaways.
Just a no race.
Okay, that's
Ладно, моя ставка проиграл, он до финиша не успел, но сейчас перелетел дистанцию. Вот здесь сейчас будут участки такие, где можно. Дюд 3D вмазался.
Whoa, that's a very nice entry through the. Oh boy, that's fast.
Alright, so he's lapped Dude. I think Dude may have had a crash there, but if Fresh,
yes.
If we had track limits, Fresh would be stretching the limit.
А оказывается, тебе на англ приходит. Ну, все на английском. Это вообще Анди Рейсинг основан на австралийской корпорации. Ну, все на инглише, стрим идет, и это все. Ну да. Ну, не указываю, у нас просто есть канал стафа. Я вообще сижу сейчас с гонщиками войса. Если на инглише говорят, то кроме Федокола. Я не помню, кто сейчас у нас Федокол. Конкретно это гонки, потому что он не гонщик. Федокол, он тоже из Турбора. Он директор нашей гоночной команды. Он просто в Анзе тоже периодически рейс-директором выступает и членом стафа. Но не съемочным, а там треки отрабатывать либо директором. Ой. Я в Анзе чисто камера один раз на гонке был, по просьбе. Трудяк в виде эхо. Серебряный кубок Аврор выиграл, между прочим. Удавалось мне стабильный результат. Господи, какая перегрузка. Дайте мне, пожалуйста, костюм от перегрузок. Зачем летные костюмы в игре, в которой они не работают? Да, бедный Вульф, я смотрю, он там на фуре летает, у нас старая камера есть, которая чуть более статичная. Тандер Вульф, он на джоях летает, он летает на фуре, у него на шифтах типа 400 метров в секунду едва ли. А у меня типа 400 метров в секунду, это вот я вот просто лечу. Но это Сантокай, блин, он тяжелый. Вот всякая малая маневренность на нем просто все. А вот большие скорости, в принципе, он держать может из-за движков. Вот на бусте у меня там под 600.
Obviously, based on the camera angle we have right now, Boltok in a very comfortable second place. Not really seeing a lot of action behind Boltok. Obviously, there's a significant gap between Boltok and Fresh, but Boltok sitting at number 2 and able to.
Ты на чем Фьюри? Сантокай. Фьюри слишком медленно, у него квантового двигателя нету. Фьюри 400 выжимает шифтом. Для того, чтобы снимать эффективно гонки, так. Мне сказано файл преследовать. Погнали. Сейчас сложим две скорости. Будет 600. Я на облако вылетаю периодически, у меня по салону капли несутся. Сказано файлика. Раньше, кстати, ну, у меня гоночный... Короче, типа, знаешь, для того, чтобы снимать гонки, надо иметь корабль по характеристикам сильно доминирующий над гоночными. Таких в игре нет, потому что гонщики на таких летают. Приходится летать на кораблях, которые просто, ну... Очень способные, я бы назвал. Вот я на Талоне раньше летал, его чуть понерфили. Он все еще бок топит неплохо. Но не подходит для таких случаев. Подходит для коротких треков, где я чисто сбоку летаю. Для кольцевых. Вот сейчас считаю, у меня первая обкатка Сантукая. Вот вживую. Потому что до этого были только практики.
It's a huge lap, lots of battles going on. I'm pretty sure we're missing a lot of the action on the track. But yeah, we can only report what we see. Definitely helps to have Dirk here. Also,
блин, не видно, кто-то летает, только сиди по меткам летируешь. Так в том-то и дело, меня просят по меткам сделать. Я обычно синематиком летаю очень близко.
Fresh is going to be coming up onto Computer Jesus and Plane Fox in the next couple laps as well. So that'll be interesting.
Просто они в тяжелой атмосфере летают на разорах.
Oh, echo flip. Is that
fresh?
A little bit wide on that echo flip though. There was some.
А, Север Фреша просят. По-по-по-по-по. Бежали нагонять его. Короче, да, это чисто для меток, это велено стафом, потому что я близко подлететь не смогу в такой атмосфере. Представляешь, что там гонщики летают на скорости 500-600 в городской среде?
He's on another level, man. Fresh is on a whole nother level. I'm excited to watch him and like Shaq Noon and Bull talk at the final race.
Так, перехватываем, у него сейчас заворота сюда будет. Мне нужно перехватывать Фреша. Ну, все на меточке. Плюс еще гонщики очень любят метки, на самом деле. Они на записях, когда я раньше синематиком снимал, были недовольны тем, что кто? На кораблях подписи нету.
What amazing people these are. I would be amazed, you know, if what if Fresh was actually a racer in real life. What would be their performance? I'm very sure these skills are transferable. I mean, even if it's ground racing.
Yeah, I can't overstate enough.
Так что да, мы там обговариваем заранее, учитывая, что идут еще практики, как бы как, что, где. Вот на гонке какой-нибудь формата Scarlet Apex, там синематика можно много, потому что круг не очень большой, много стрельбы, там боевая гонка обычно. Там да. Короче, ну это не от меня зависящий фактор, я изначально с синематик камеры к ним приходил, в итоге я для них просто экшонка. Ну зато весело. Это лобби или реальный сервер? Реальный? Как в лобби такое сделать? Link Fox теперь.
That's like a crash gap, but Herbie did not have a crash, so it tells me Huru is very competitive. That's incredible from Huru. And we'll see you, Nafty. Go get your beauty sleep.
Yeah, Haru is only getting faster. He's had his fastest lap on this last lap at a 9:09. So I think early on he was around like 9:16s, 9:15s. Now he's come all the way down to a 9:09. So I don't.
В Дискорде даже умудряюсь реакты проставить.
I don't think we'll see any of Jacketin or Plane Fox or Do 3D be able to catch up to him.
very fortunate here in that currently only, and I do say only with some trepidation, but only half of our racers have suffered a crash. We still have Fresh, Boltok, Haru, Herbie, and Rentier.
Конечно, камера. Так, у нас на стартер-гриде стоят челы, которые замеры проводят, у них технические камеры есть. Ракурс гонщиков от их лица есть, переключают. Вот сейчас, например, сейчас вот я Playing Fox слежу, типа вот ее показывают сейчас в данный момент. То есть меня показывали, как я захожу, и на нее переключились. Из камер летающих есть Thunderwolf. Он чуть более статичный, на фуре летает. Он, типа, между чекпоинтами перемещается, но медленнее, типа, не за гонщиками летит. Но следит за ними. И у нас второй маркер для входа в трек. Астромедик, у него тоже камера есть. Ну, короче, у многих кого там через дис прокинуто. И сейчас переключают на эфире.
I think he has. He just ate computer Jesus up. Oh boy, that's that. Yep, he just checked the rear view mirror, did not see computer Jesus at all, and just wow, skill right there. And 848 from Fresh. Оно на прошлой гонке, кстати, был единственный, если не считать вот гонщиков. Сейчас по факту вот именно отдельно выделен член камеры, только я и Вульф. Еще Хоррор на треке. Есть, она тоже снимает гонки. Реже, но появляется. У нас раньше еще постоянным членом ставка камер была фойе, которая весь трек. Мы вводили трек на... Ну, полупрозрачный трек. На картинку. Это я в свое время предложил. То есть, типа, она встает фиксирована, например, сверху трека, берется вот эта голограмма трека, накладывается, и, короче, метки по ним идут. Удобный ракурс для такого наблюдения общего, панорамного. Сейчас надо думать, как это переделать, потому что не отключаем облака сейчас. Раньше пользуясь тем, что облака отключались. Потому что она там где-нибудь в километрах, ну, 40-50 высоты висела, с минимальным фолом. И все, там трек очень плоским выглядел. На 24-часовой гонке очень много с нее брали. Да, там Анзи, если что, в марте провела первую в игре 24-часовую гонку. Где участники сменялись каждые 3 часа, став каждые 6. А я налетал где-то десятка 2 часов. Я промахнулся по дису. Пока ему на сообщение тыкнуть. Так, у нас до конца час 13. Нормально. Мне сказали на Фоксе. Висеть. Да, там эхо в эфире молчит из-за этого. Переключает все. Even if you're teammates, you still have the tendency to crash. So that was very well done. So Jackoden is gonna go up a place into the 4th position.
Вот Хоррор, кстати.
Will have number 1 position. Boltok is not with Sangus. No, it's the XGR. Yeah. So we will have Fresh, Jacko, and Herbie. They're still Sangus Luna is still gonna dominate the come race day. It's gonna be all Sangus Luna in the top positions. Looks like.
This is a beautiful view that we have of most of Lorville here, and I just want to remind everybody watching this particular track here for the Super Dragon Tofu run. This is a tour of the entire Lorville city. This race, where you're seeing that start line, that race is the restaurant itself is part of the lore called Super Dragon. It's on the outskirts of industry of District 4, but a lot of the points that you see are part of that lore, and these are the delivery places. These are the delivery points that the pilots would fly when this was first being done by the son and daughter of the owner.
Трансляцию от балды или ЦИГи просили сделать. Ну, ЦИГи Анзю иногда спонсируют. Так, ну... Сама организация организовала. Как бы ЦИГи поддерживают, у ЦИГов даже своя гоночная команда есть. Ну, не здесь конкретно. Последний раз, когда они были... 24-часовой, по-моему, они последний раз были. Там Нобель, Нико... Кто еще? Блин, ну, Ульф... Ой, Ульфа вроде бы нету. Ой, Ульфа, да. Не Ульф, это Ульф. Кто там еще из ЦИГов-то был? А Никола Нобеля в основном помню, потому что с ними общались много раз. А с Ульфом я только переписывался, когда тестили бэкэнд на выдачу кораблей. ЦИГи нам корабли выдают. И призовые, и иногда зачастую новые, просто чтобы обкатывать что-то. Типа, например, у нас есть заезд под названием Гоночная Экспо. В нем всегда новые... Новые гоночные машины, вот ЦИГи нам их выдают. Ну, временно. Но тем не менее, некоторые даже в гонки из-за этого вписываются, чтобы просто на халяву получить новый корабль пощупать. Достаточно быстро.
Because we have seen Fresh do this majestic fly-throughs. I would love to see a different point of view of somebody else going through these sections.
Playing Fox right now, and here we go, above cam as well. Yep. Playing Fox also very smooth. The smooth race is very hard to tell apart. They're very good. But yes, we're watching Playing Fox here. Fish is slowly closing on them, so I'm just here monitoring them to see if they'll close the gap on each other.
Так, ЦИГи сами гонки не организуют, но спонсируют их. Потому что ему это ничего не стоит. На него он с прошлого или позапрошлого года стали выдавать корабли, которые не апаются вообще в ангаре. У нас... У нас у кого-то из флота есть, по-моему, М2 выигранной гонки. Вот пошел дождь.
Around the circuit, so that rain might be coming in here soon.
Let me do this. Let me do this.
That's why you'll see on people's POV.
Rain in 7.
Nice. That's why you'll see in people's POV. You'll see they'll have.
Ну, они за это себя дают награды, и, кстати, апать можно всячески.
And that helps them to not have to deal with the rain landing on their windshield and making the visuals a lot more difficult.
Я не помню, какие призы за эту гонку конкретно. Я все время еще вправо смотрю, так подозрительно. Это окно Дискорда.
I don't think we'll see a fresh overtake on Playing Fox this lap, but as soon as they finish this lap, I'll take a look at the splits and we'll see if we can expect it within the next one.
Half our pack has completed 5 laps already. We are getting close to our halfway mark here. We're approaching the 1 hour position. And again, half of our racers have completed 5 laps. The rest still remaining.
So Dude 3D had a 16:01 on that last lap. That means a respawn for him took him approximately 7 minutes. He crashed me near the very beginning, if not a little bit after. So maybe we can say 6.5, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. But about 7 minutes for a respawn from Dude 3D.
And I'm not sure if Dude is choosing to spawn on the Everest Harbor or Lorville. I bet Everest Harbor, and then you need to fly down and maintain your advantage of higher speeds. Oh, very smooth Huru. That was very nice. I wish we had Huru's point of view. Is Fresh on joysticks or is he using keyboard and mouse?
He is on joysticks, dual joysticks.
He's on joysticks. Nice.
I think if he was doing this in keyboard and mouse, we'd have a whole nother conversation.
Как хорошо время гонки себе этим фирм заливать, блин. Надо было на 24-часовой гонке кефир пить, а не на диете сидеть.
So if somebody was able to create this performance on a mouse and keyboard setup, that, like you said, Dash, that would just be a whole other conversation.
Yeah. So Precious last lap at all. Precious last lap was an 8:49, and Plain Fox was a 9:09. And Plain Fox crossed the finish line approximately 15 seconds, 14 seconds before Fresh. So we can definitely expect an overtake, assuming those lap times hold true on this lap.
Господи, начал переключаться, на меня переключили. Бу-бу-бу. Зачем было на гонщика переключать на секунду, буквально? Он даже не разбился. Вот боюсь, что будет на NB гости, там трек очень всратый. Я на нем все еще ни разу не практиковался, только на его прототипе раннем.
Huru is, as you can see, Huru again, just like Ball Talk, because they're quite spread apart as well. Like, what's the split right now? One lap. Huru is like.
Yeah, Horu's about. Horu's about to finish, but Horu's about 2 minutes behind Fresh.
2 minutes behind. Yeah, I don't have that screen open today, so yeah, that gap is increasing. But what is a bigger advantage for Huru, and for Baltic and Fresh is like no crashes at all. They're very consistent. But also they're flying in the clear air. So
another interesting thing happening during this lap, Dude 3D is catching up to Herbie. So if he overtakes him, that should bring him onto the same lap count, and you'll have to complete another full lap of overtaking Herbie to get ahead of him again.
Я считался, что сваливаю от Фокса. Эвок мне сейчас скажет, что разворачивайся.
Here is Huru completing his next lap, and he will be on lap 7 after this, I think. There.
I apologize.
Серьезно. Да, мне буквально сейчас сказали это. Разворачивай свою морду, смотри, как этот Фреш будет сейчас обгонять Фокса.
Shaqnu, you were shocking this morning. You were amazingly shocking.
Знаешь, просто там не пишешь, типа, это того-то и того-то, а просто типа, посмотри, как Фреш обгонит Фокса. Так, тут у нас налево, да, налево.
Herbie is doing 10-minute laps, 10:01s, and Dude 3D is doing almost a minute faster. But so that's gonna it's gonna be difficult for Dude 3D. You have to be consistent and not make any crashes if he wants to overtake that position.
And not to mention, he also needs to overtake Fal and Playing Fox to get to Herbie.
Herbie should fall to Playing Fox, assuming these lap times within the next couple laps. But yeah, Dude 3D is gonna have a bit to take up.
Here's times for Rentier.
Опять дождь.
Yeah, let me take a look.
I have
them. We got 13-minute lap times.
Yeah.
Но Фреш не обогнал. Сейчас все, пойду репорты писать. Ладно, обгонят. Он первый сейчас.
This is a Rentier camera view right here.
This is it.
Oh, it's Rentier. Hello, Rentier. Wee.
You were supposed to take your bathroom breaks before the start of the broadcast, Lens.
Not in France.
Ну что, репорт? Ну то, что мне типа это, я пишу, что там ухожу. Они такие обратно, сюда. У нас тут Фреш должен Фокса обогнать. Потому что Фокс вот этот, который летит, он на 6-м месте, Фреш на 1-м. Фреш обгоняет Фокса на. Блин, посмотреть не могу, там все мелкое. На целый круг. И сейчас будет на 2-й обгонять. Ну ж, Фокс 5 кругов прошел, Фреш уже 6.
This event has aged us all.
So we're coming up onto the sections where I've been told is the most area for time saves. So we can expect Fresh to close that gap.
У нас час до конца гонки. Как же спать хочу. Нет, значит, нормально спать. А не вот это вот 2... Сколько там, 2-3 часа полудрема, и вот час еще 4 я поспал. Я прям сразу там посмотрел реплей Тинта и такой: все, пацаны, я спать. Идите, пока вам весело. У меня всего 2 часа наспано.
And again, you have Shaq New in chat right now and live on Twitch, and they completed the full 13 laps, and they finished in first position. So, in fact, why don't we prep for that? If we could, at the 1 hour mark, if we could go over some position changes, we've got an amazing graphic.
Мне нравится беломаркер недалеко от меня.
We've got some beautiful visuals to show you how this race has changed and progressed over the last 1 hour.
All right, racers, we have hit the 1 hour mark. We have hit the 1 hour mark.
Thank you, ready?
Can we get
Так мне никаких рекордов.
Let's have a look.
Пока все без инцидентов. Максимум на прошлую гонку Идрис улетел, но он передумал. Скорее всего, побоялся кары с Иговой. На Ноем, как тирада.
Yeah, so this is our position changes. I think some of you can see some of the more interesting ones.
Давай, Фреш. Вот, кстати, вот этот участок может он использовать вполне. Он всякие повороты любит использовать для обгона. Их много будет.
And slowly over time, Plain Fox and File and G3D have been making up that time.
Они график уменьшили. Но Фреш стабильно всю гонку первое место держит. Он на стриме просто сводка прям по кругам, как оно идет.
File making up a lot of time here, coming back up and trying to take back his position.
Ну, сейчас опять дождь будет.
We'll see if he continues that upwards trend the rest of the race.
Lens, anything?
Yeah, the lap 1 collision between there was a collision.
А, не, ладно, это не дождевой, походу. Просто плотное облако.
And that's why that slump did not go that down for Playing Fox, and Dude 3D had to respawn and rejoin, and that's why there was
О, нагоняет, 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 нагоняет.
At the same time, Huru and Jakuden, who did not crash at that stage. Oh, sorry, Huru and Herbie did not crash at all, and they took 3rd and 4th position. That's the lap 1 chaos. So much intertwining going on right there. Beautiful consistency by obviously Fresh and Bolthog.
Но все еще не это. Дальше поворотов более извилистых не будет. Там большой только на финиш разворот, но... Видимо, до конца эту кругу не обгонят. Либо сейчас шифтанет и...
Yeah, Huru was the big, I think was the big winner there from that lap 1 chaos, went from 6th to 3rd in 1 lap, to be able to maintain that spot with some consistent lap times around 9 minute 11 to stay on the podium in this qualifying race.
Huru's position, I will say, is very safe, but not completely safe. If Jakuden can bring down his times, he's had some 9:10s. Him and Huru have had similar fastest laps. But Jakuden is about 4.5 minutes behind Huru, so he'd have a lot to overtake.
Mark, that was your prediction. It just came true. Fresh has overtaken Playing Fox.
Oh my bad, I was looking away. Yeah, that he made it look easy, I imagine.
I don't think overtaking Playing Fox is ever easy, but Fresh certainly got it done. And now looks like even expanding that gap a little bit. So just more and more lapping coming to us from.
Видимо, Эхо хочет, чтобы я вообще, в принципе, смотрел, как он всех обгоняет, потому что там компьютер Джизус, он предпоследний на 10-м месте вообще. У него 3 круга всего пройдено. А Фрешу уже 7-й пройден.
Racing is behind him because the number just keeps getting bigger no matter what you do.
The fresh effect.
А куда Джизус полетел?
This always looks like the two ships.
А Jesus поворот пропустил.
But they never do. We have seen this multiple times because both those tunnels are used in the track. Very interesting.
For Dash, do we have a recent lap time for Computer Jesus?
Мой любимый куча соплей на экране. Ульф уже забил и просто на месте висит.
So I think they've had another crash at this point. Their second lap was a 9:31, more representative, but it has not been the race Computer Jesus won it today.
But I don't think we saw a crash from Computer Jesus pop up. Was there a crash? But yeah, that lap time is pretty much.
Он Фокс нагонять пытается Фреша.
Yeah, that's essentially doubling their lap time.
There's also something to keep in mind here, that this being the qualifier, though you do want to do well, and this could be an indicator of what we'll see on the actual GP race day. But we're gonna have 15 people that make it into the finals, and I believe
это был не Ульф.
there's 2 or 3
Ульф летит,
racers
ладно.
between the two
Зря
qualifiers
быканул.
that won't be able to make it. And we saw our line was
Видимо,
around
Нойз был.
9
Он не
laps,
подписывает
is
просто.
probably about the cutoff. If you can get to 9 or 10 laps, I think you can guarantee yourself a position in the final GP. And so if you're in the middle to the bottom of this race, I think that's what you need to be aiming for. You need to just be thinking about trying to get to 9 or 10 laps, and then you can qualify into the main GP, and then anything can happen on the main race day.
Only two
I think keeping
people
that
will not be joining the main GP because normal Rocket was not able to race today. So only 2 of these racers from this GP or the other one, based on the cumulative times, will not be able to make to the godly 15. So I wonder who those 2 people will be.
Well, keeping that 9 lap mark in mind, I think File and Do 3D, I think that's the cutoff. I think they are borderline of making it that far. I mean, there's 54 minutes to go. We're on leader lap 8. They are currently on lap 5. I think they have enough time to get to 9 laps, but Rentier and definitely Computer Jesus have got to find some speed to knock those laps down over the next 54 minutes.
Crashed collision with someone. I have no idea what that was.
Assuming things hold true, then we'll see
Possible collision between Jacket and Dude 3D just now.
Oh no!
Yeah,
It was with Dude 3D.
ЕК-1 с 3D. Дюну 3D вмазались, походу. По крайней мере, точно. От первого ник, по-моему, ЕК-1 был. Да, Jack-1. Вот, кстати, тоже чел очень известный. Это один из таких рупоров XGR. И главный стример.
Yes, with Dude 3D. So did Dude 3D survive that?
Neither of them did.
Oh, okay.
Это уж другая гоночная организация, с которой мы дружим плотно.
Yep, Dude 3D has his ship destroyed as well.
So I talked to our racing staff, and we have a potential unconfirmed or unreported crash for Computer Jesus recently, so that would account for the very long lap.
Yep. Thanks for the raid, Jane VR. Talking about who is not going to make the cut at this stage.
Red Target Astramedic.
From the morning race who was at the bottom of the list, and
Wrong,
at
not
this
on.
stage we're looking
Astramedic.
at Computer Jesus. So what do you guys think? Will it be between Nafty, Computer Jesus, and Rentier? Is it going to be Nafty and Computer Jesus who will not make the cut?
Going to depend on their times, especially in accordance with the U.S. and Australia qualifier earlier.
So it was Qualsar and Nafty, right?
Yeah.
They were at the bottom.
So this crash from Dude 3D, this is dangerous for his ability to make it to the main GP. Dude 3D is very fast. He qualified very high in the time trials, but he's had a number of crashes today, and if he has another bad one, I would say he's at risk of not making it into the main GP.
Because then automatically Rentier and Computer Jesus will overtake him because they are having. Oh no, Computer Jesus is on 3 laps.
Probably not.
2 laps away on
but Rentier has an opportunity for sure to overtake Dude 3D.
It'll be interesting to see the final lap count. I mean, how many Qualsar did, and Nafty only finished 6 laps. And who will be the bottom 2? I wish normal rocket was here and we had more of competition going on for the three people who were gonna be called, because at this stage normal rocket is automatically going to
Target is Polaris on hangers.
Sucks because I'm pretty sure they were practicing quite a lot, and because of traffic, they couldn't make it today.
That's
whose camera view are we looking at right now?
Copy confirm check and rejoin.
Who is it that's following so close to?
This is fresh here. Following him.
Она так чуть репортую, что вижу, то, что гонщикам не до этого. Я просто репортовал, что этот... Красная цель на треке. Потому что у меня возможность такая есть хотя бы. Уточнил.
I will point out, everybody, that with Dude's recent crash, Dude became our crash leader, unfortunately, with 3 crashes so far this race.
And he's still faster than Rentier and Computer Jesus. I wonder if Herbie was distracted by team orders or some sort that Fresh is coming up on you, so just let him pass or something.
Crash again.
Maybe.
Desync.
What do you think, Turn?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. It's scary.
Because I think you're in your rhythm and you are very focused, and when you have an order like that which asks you to change your rhythm of flying, it can be very disruptive.
We've had a Jacqueline crash
slow
here
on
too.
Order. Oh, that's not good for Sangus Luna. 2 team players for Sangus Luna have had their ships destroyed, and this time it was not the commentator curse. I want to point that out. They did it on their own accord.
Yeah, I think that there was a race message that said from the race director saying prepare for a Polaris desync. So I wonder if that had a little bit of effect in what we just saw.
Because they both felt that it was dead air or desync that killed them, so it could have been something along those lines. So if you're a racer and you hear that in your chat, something that when I hear that kind of thing, my lines start to get a lot safer. I start to get a lot further from edges because having them close can be dangerous.
Fabian, it's not just Rentier who's on 0 death. Fresh is also on 0 death. Ball Talk is also on 0 death. Horu is also on 0 death. And and Rentier. 4 of them didn't have any crash. Am I correct in that? 4 of them.
Correct.
Very cool. In the early morning race that we did, Fabian, we had only Shaknu who was surviving the whole race, but he ended up crashing in the last leg of the race. So we had at least 1 crash for everybody in the morning qualifying. But these are very good averages for no crashes at all. The polluted skies of Lauraville, or maybe it's the early morning fog or the afternoon fog. Let's call it afternoon fog.
Let's just be thankful it's not rain.
I really want to see rain once.
Он, блин, нажаловался, теперь этот рейс-директор следит, бедный.
So if it's raining, Turn, because I have never flown with my canopy down, so you still see the rain?
Если он рейс-директор, пока один из главных сейчас.
A little bit, but it's not nearly as distracting.
This is very distracting if you have your canopy on. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know how they haven't invented rain extra windshield wipers yet, CIG. Hey Cube, welcome. Cube was with us in the chat or in the morning stream as well. And Cube is here as well. Nice, and Wayne is also here as well. Nice.
Between me and the commentators, I'm curious, am I the only one when, especially let's take Fresh as an example, when Fresh is rotating 90 degrees going left or right, am I the only one who turns their head to see the same angle?
I think I do that as well. I think I do that a little bit too, yeah. Just naturally, I mean, now that you say it.
I look a little golden retriever-ish. I'm like, oh, cool.
I demand Echo from the main GP. We want the camera feed for the commentators, please, because I think it will be very entertaining looking at us all tilting our heads together.
On track.
We could switch back to caster screens and do a little skit together if you want later.
That'll be so entertaining. Like all of us are on a roller coaster.
I'm not.
I do want to point out though there was some water on Oleg's camera, so just keep that in mind. We may have rain coming.
Oh, that was always there, I think.
Exact same spot as before. I don't know. I think there's invisible debris at the track.
Okay. Fast or something. That was always there for Oleg. Like now, it's very clear. I don't think there's any rain.
Oh no, there's been a rain. Just patches of it, but no.
Jacket, and I'm heading over towards where I just last saw your marker.
That was quick by far. Somebody else. Jacko had another crash.
Oh no.
This is not a day for Sparta.
Yeah, we might be having
crash leader.
Maybe some invisible debris for him. That could be dangerous.
Could be. That is Jacket's
Rentier and whoa, that was close, guys.
Rentier took it very easy through the switchback.
Yeah.
Something I'll point out about respawns here is Dude 3 has only just got back to the track. In the same time, Jacket got back to the track twice, even though he did have the crash.
Чё, нормально, нормально.
An example of why having a
Все живы.
with you to help your respawn to be quicker is so helpful.
Я просто люблю такие моменты быстрого. А, блин, этот noise.
And we're very happy that General Seka, you will stay with us. You definitely do not need the sleep tonight. We have you covered. Lag is worse.
To all of our viewers here, you're seeing two different race directors. We are very happy to have our two race directors, Noise Maze and Fedical, working this particular race. So we've got a lot of eyes on the track. We've got a lot of things being maintained and monitored. So again, thank you very much to our race officiating team that is volunteering to help with this. Thank you very much to the fellow commentators.
45 минут до конца трека. Блин, когда начинаешь на таймер смотреть, время замедляется. Первый час вообще пролетел просто как нифиг, а сейчас, блин, каждые 15 минут уже. Кажется, тяжелее.
Past the echo flip and as you come back through past the main person building there.
Rentier had a crash.
Not too surprised.
That's
oh, Rentier, no!
I thought I saw Rentier come to a very abrupt stop there. So
in the same area that Jacketin was in, I want to point out.
There was also a race comment from Fedical that there's another Polaris here, so it's a frame rate drop happening for everybody. So, but the thing is, like, this should be a problem for everyone. Like, it's a common problem for everybody's having frame drops, not just some people. Or maybe, or is it shard specific? Like, where are you joining? Another director's comment. Clarification for watchers. Noise is in the AO after pushing buttons. Thank you for that, Fed. Thank you.
Jacketin has gotten back onto the respawn again, so he's been having some very fast respawns from his support ship. We'll see if he's able to get back onto the horse here and hold his position ahead of Herbie. I think, is that Plane Fox overtook Jacketin now on the lap counts? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it looks that way.
So it looks like Sangus Luna, the way the pit crew is running, they probably have a large ship with the racers ready to go, who all have their speed boost sorted. Is that the strategy Sangus Luna is using? I don't know if Drunk wants to share that, but that's
it's an Idris with an Ursa medevac, and it is stuffed to the gills with razors. Or whenever it's needed.
Yep, that would be the strategy. Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure the Idris is parked further away from the city outskirts, so that's not causing any frame drops.
You know, Dirk, I want to ask about that, especially for you as being an active member of racing teams and the racing community. Now that we're seeing these capital ships come into the game, we're seeing, you know, certainly it is affecting server performance. What is the conversation for teams about using them as support vessels? Is it a necessary evil, or what's the perspective on that?
Our perspective is whatever's faster, whoever brings our race times down, we'll do it, no matter what it is. So having a sport ship means you get faster respawns, means you get faster, or, you know, less race time, then you gotta use it.
So maybe the lesser of two evils would be the better description. It may be causing frame rate, but if it gets you back up faster, then that's what could be the difference. Okay.
Well, Nancy does a great time of sort of policing how that's set up so that any respawn ships or support ships are far enough away that they don't cause a problem.
Yeah, that would be my guess. But that's some really good information. But if you have the backing of an org, there's no rule against it. So anybody can use that strategy. just bring an address. But yeah, racing as a team, racing as an org, that's the advantage there.
Затормозил сильно на выходе из туннеля.
So we've had Jackson fall 2 or 3 positions here behind File and Herbie and Plain Fox. But if he can stay consistent, I mean, Plain Fox is ahead of him again, so Plain Fox will probably get up another lap further. But Jackson's going to want to hold steady, and maybe he can catch up to Herbie again and regain a position. File's made an overtake on Herbie here too, so he's starting to get ahead after that Herbie crash.
Echo, can we take a look at the current position change map? We'd like to see. We've had some overtakes recently. Curious where things are shaking out for the entire grid.
Here you go.
Yeah, look at that. Between laps 7 and 8. Lots of changes going on in the middle of the pack.
Надо X1 искать. Вообще его в камере, кроме старта, не видел. Хотя он там на 7-м месте гоняет еще. На 2 круга отстоит от лидера.
So 2 things stand out here. One is look at the progression of Playing Fox and have a look at File's progression. File is really consistent.
Yeah, File's done a great job.
After an early crash, File's been flying really well. I did say that he was a name to watch out for.
Alright, racers, just be aware the section after the Echo flip seems to be highly dangerous, or get a few crashes over there.
That's the one that's going to take him out of completing enough laps to qualify.
I agree with you. I think Nifty and Computer Jesus are very red zone for being disqualified from being in the Godly 15.
Джек один лидер? Не, он вообще на 7-м. Сейчас расклад. С первого места Фреш, Болток, Хора, Фокс, Херби, Файл и X1. Там Дьют 3D, Рич, Компьютер Джизус и Нормал Рокет, которого я вообще на треке не видел. Точнее, X1 не это. Я просто сказал к тому, что я его толком не видел, потому что он где-то в начале вмазался. Сейчас на пересечении где-нибудь увижу, на него переключусь. Да, далеко он.
Yeah, I think we had a Haru crash because Plain Fox has overtaken him, and he's coming back down to the track now.
It'll be interesting where that crash happened. Will Haru get the advantage of the 50% rejoin benefit?
He appears to be rejoining at the 50% spot, so I'm going to assume yes.
Yeah, so that'll help Haru quite a bit, because Herbie is quite far behind after Haru, pretty much.
There's really good news for Plain Fox though. He's gonna be happy about that because that puts him up into 3rd spot.
Racer, just be aware when you are rejoining at 50%.
Well, we talked before the race, and I did wish Plain Fox personal best of luck. So I think I'm rubbing off on him. Thank you, not a problem. You're welcome, Plain Fox.
Boltok just completed their 9th lap, so they are also locked into the GP. If we're going to that 9-lap count as a basis.
He's a minute and 44 behind Fresh, so that's not quite.
Я только сейчас написал то, что иду к X1, и теперь пишу, что он умер.
I'd say in another couple of laps here, Fresh would be in that spot where he could.
Jacko had another crash.
Oh no, Jacko didn't. That's getting into the danger area.
He's already got 7 laps finished, so Nifty had 6 laps finished, so he's safe. Rentier has to finish 1 more lap to be safe, or 2 more laps.
Стоило мне его имя напечатать. Ну все, моя личка Саха — это тетрадь смерти. Он был только 2-й.
Terrible luck though. Yeah. Multiple crashes. He's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be Dude or Jacko who's gonna be the crash king. Even though I don't think these are. I think there might be desync issues or the debris on the track.
Boltok just eclipsed 9 laps as well. And actually, we have Boltok on the screen right now.
Unfortunately, Jacko's crash means that Jackodin is the first to reach 5 crashes this race. That is going to be very difficult to recover from, definitely costing them some positions.
Yeah, he will be starting in the slow part of the race next weekend. So he's not going to be able to secure a good starting position. That's definitely going to happen. But I don't think he will be out of the qualifying. At this stage, it looks like nifty and computer Jesus.
For any of our viewers who are just tuning into us right now, if you've missed the first half or first 3 quarters of this race, I just want to let you know you are not watching anything happening IRL. This is a video game, much to your surprise. The visuals that you see, the incredible graphics.
Можно представить, за что люди борются? Квалификационный заезд происходит для того, чтобы в финале участвовать. Второй уже квалификационный заезд. Призы, блин, я не помню. Что-то на Stellar вроде не особо дорогое что-то, но каждому.
Hearing a number of reports from guys about a couple freezes happening, so hopefully we'll be able to stay alive in those sections.
There's our current race leader, Fresh 001, which is not only the username, it is also the position in the race.
You can see the lights starting to come back on here.
У меня сейчас по другой, короче, нет инфы. Я помню, что там и костюмы точно на сайте, что-то еще. По кораблям не уверен, что за это дают. Скорее всего, там сюда Скарлетт Апекс и приморожено, там обычно призовой фонд большой. Как минимум за что-то. О чем летаешь? Антукай. Он очень плохой по маневренности, но очень хорошо большой скорости держит в атмосферах. Для таких широкоплановых съемок сойдет.
There was originally the plan was there was only one person grabbing spare razors, and I did hear that earlier this morning they had to get a second person to start bringing spare razors so that they didn't run out.
Yeah, it's been horribly bad for Quell start this morning.
Compliments to the Sanguis Luna team, they know how to run a race.
Oh wow, was that a... Yeah, was that a roll?
Was that going
was
the
heavy
opposite
flying
direction?
over the top of Fresh's canopy. Just almost trading planes there.
Hey.
Fresh.
I don't think Fresh. I don't even think Fresh even blinked making that pass.
That's very cool to see.
I think Fresh has the same vision as most birds, so Fresh probably saw that about a half hour before it happened.
Ну что-то по миссии какой-то или сами? Сами. Сегодняшние треки можешь смотреть на сайте, в описании есть. Наш трек свой основан на предыдущем треке Топ-Рана, который был в прошлом году, но сильно увеличен. Прошлый Топ-Ран, он раза, я бы сказал, в 4 меньше, чем вот этот трек. Просто реально запомни, куда лететь. Слушай, честно, вот типа ты пролетишь круга 3-4 и в принципе запомнишь. Там еще гайд есть. Есть гайд, есть схематика полная. На самом деле точки весьма приметные выбраны. Типа я вот спокойно запомнил, а у меня такой типа тоже какой-то кретинизм по запоминанию. Знаешь, я вот честно говорю, я треки по карте не запоминаю в принципе. Я просто на практиках гоняю их тупо и все. Сейчас, например, он снизу, там потом вот это вертикальное здание, он его слева огибает вправо. Там будет подобное здание, он его с правой стороны влево огибает.
I think that pretty much seals it for
Checkpoint 46. Tunnel area.
That could be the tombstone right there.
Okay, yeah, that seems like this is gonna be a common lag
Вот
spike
это.
issue. We're not
Потом входит в туннель.
Oh boy. This is tight.
Normal rocket and Nafty right now.
Alright, at Noise Maze's position just after the Echo Flip, just racers be aware of
Здесь я не помню, что из туннеля. Обычно вот визуально. Вход в городскую среду, да, там пересечение с входящим в первую, он должен вылететь перед зданием по левой стороне. и в городскую этот туннель нырять. В нем налево, направо.
Definitely, because Quelser, despite all the crashes, still finished 9 laps. So Quelser is very, very safe.
А еще вот эти балки пролететь насквозь.
Computer Jesus was also a victim of the Echo death flip, unfortunately.
That happened this morning as well.
Very, very dangerous section, it seems.
Неплохо это запоминается, учитывая, что вот реально у меня было только 2 практики, и вот вторая гонка по факту, я помню. Вот Анбигос для меня сложнее, там ориентироваться надо. Вот здесь вправо, еще вправо. Сейчас он совсем типа... Там вот держаться левой стороны.
We are approaching 30 minutes remaining. We are just over 30 minutes remaining.
30 минут. Налево, Noise Maze что-то висит. Влет туннель, прямой полет в нем. В конце на улице вертикальный разворот на 180 по верхней части. Какие корабли в основном убирают? А здесь все на разворах. Это типа профессиональная гонка более. У нас на Анде обычно чуть такие более рофельные. Свободного формата, но это типа чемпионат типа среди вот так сказать топовых. Они все на разворах. Исключительно. Потому что эта гонка допускает только их. Ну, вот конкретно сейчас. Так-то Тофуран изначально вообще появился с этим... Спайсисом. Ой-ё. Так, что живо? Живо.
Richie crash.
Playing Fox crashed, the server just froze, or was it
А все на
completely froze, yeah, no problem.
Все на пока сложно понять.
That was a server error.
That happens to me quite a lot sometimes. Just the game freezes and then just continues from where it was.
Okay, Haru just completed the Echo flip, so good to see that they didn't have a crash there.
Но гонщики отсовываются о пингу, это я решейда не юзаю, могу контраст чуть докрутить. Я посмотрю, если там прям вне городской среды совсем темно будет, то сейчас контраст. Не контраст, яркость.
Rejoin Astromedic.
Does anyone have the time from the file crash? Because I still don't see his name on the track yet, and I'm wondering how long it's been for him.
Ну, пока мне не сыпет.
He might be losing more than just one spot.
Flying Fox, кстати, неплохо прорвался. 5 мест.
So we had one racer.
Отставание было неплохое.
We don't know who that is. That's a director's comment.
We just need the
Herbie right now.
Gate 1 as you rejoin the track.
They're all
Racers just confirm who
Сейчас меня переключили.
during the server freeze.
So right now it's more about getting you good position.
Вот так вот должно быть немножечко получше. Дальше выкручивание прям совсем убивает картинку, это еще терпимо. Я просто ждал, когда с меня переключат на кого-нибудь. Сейчас уже не меня. Да, там на стриме хорошо видно. Мне не нравится, но это один из немногих выходов. Чуть-чуть просто яркости накинуть.
Yeah, well, their first lap was, I think, half an hour. So I think there were multiple crashes in there that we may have just missed as well, but not the race that Computer Jesus was looking for at all. But to still finish a course this tough.
Tier. Brent here had a crash.
It's gonna be awesome.
Rente also during the crash.
We have an interesting battle going on right now between File and Dude 3D. These two are going to be very close in lap times, and File has just rejoined right behind him. I think this will be a really interesting fight to watch if we can get a camera on it.
Oh, crash.
Jacqueline just flying on his own and hoping to not hit another
File crash.
bit of debris and not have another crash.
Oh, we might have lost File. I think we'll see it in a moment here. His name is
Either
stopped.
Jesus rejoin gate 1.
There we go. File, ship destroyed. That's two crashes very close to one another for File. It's gonna definitely destroy their race today. Oh,
Maybe
that was good game.
Maybe that's the explanation I need to attach is Jacqueline is currently the reported crash leader. With
Или на
5
Дюда с
reported
файлом?
crashes. We may never know how many crashes Computer Jesus had.
Краш крашнулся. Ой, краш файл крашнулся.
Was probably due to him trying to battle with Dude 3D. It is difficult being behind a fast racer and trying to make an overtake. So.
There's File disappearing. Oh man.
That Plane Fox crash was good for Huru. He should be looking at retaking the spot in 3rd place here when he completes it. I think he's about to complete a lap. Or no, you know what? No, it'll be close. If Plane Fox gets here quick, then Plane Fox can hold on to his 3rd. But we'll see if Huru can
It's
catch
going to
up.
be close.
But Playing Fox doesn't have the Sankazuna crew to do that for Playing Fox, so he will be doing a natural rejoin.
Yeah, looks like
Let's call it a natural rejoin.
Yep.
And yeah, but Huru is right there on the track, and we know he's fast, so I bet Huru will take the 3rd position at this stage. And Dude is having a really good race after that. No crash reported after that, but very low on the order of things. And Jacqueline despite having multiple crashes, still staying in the 6th position, which might, which will not change because File also had 2 crashes. So we have a kind of a set leaderboard, except for the change in position number 3 and 4.
Jacqueline crash, randomly lost the
There
wing.
we go, Lens. We're back in the medical wing of Lorville, in the Cyan Center.
And with reshape this time. Yes, sir. Very cool looking. Feels like Cyberpunk, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, I think it's interesting. We're seeing a very consistent race between Fresh and Boltok here. Neither of them have experienced a crash. Both of them are in the position in which they started, number 1 and number 2 respectively. But the distance between them is increasing. Boltok is now nearly 2 minutes behind Fresh,
And Computer
which
Jesus
I don't
just
think is a
crashed.
reflection of any
Not a lag spike, just
inability
my
or
fault.
slowdown from Boltok. I think it's just Fresh pulling away again and again and again. Really, really incredible to watch this.
Or maybe Boltok is just trying to bring it home. Jacqueline had another crash? Oh boy. Did Huru have a crash? I think Huru had 1 crash, right?
Yeah, Huru had 1.
Huru had another crash. Oh,
yeah, we've just
no.
I just
Plane
noticed
Fox
Huru's
about to
name.
retry and that's start finish.
And another for Computer Jesus.
And Jacqueline.
Oh, and Jacqueline. So we've got a major issue.
Yeah, those were all in different parts of the track, but yeah, it might have been. Maybe it was a quick desync.
F1 и этот Иисус умерли. Осуждаю.
I just said who did he have a crash, and then right away we have the ship, the train wreck.
So
3
Huru
ships.
with a crash. That means that Herbie, if he can complete his lap soon, might be able to overtake and get up into 4th.
And we know that Huru will be doing a natural rejoin as well, unless something we don't know about it. So, wow, Huru, despite being very fast, might get overtaken by Herbie in the standings.
Yeah, and I think, for example, I think we had File crash quite a while ago compared to Jacquelin's recent crash. And I'm looking up, I'm already seeing Jacqueline 20 kilometers away from the track. So he's making a very quick rejoin to get back down here.
Fresh coming up to put another lap on Dude 3D.
There, look at that. Wow. Is this Fresh? No.
Jacqueline rejoining.
This is Fresh for follow
That's
on.
Fresh. That was Fresh.
There he is.
Yeah. I thought Playing Fox was using reshape. Oh no, it's Flash.
we'll see how long it takes
get the
Haru to
reshade
get back.
I don't think that's. This doesn't look like reshade. The contrast is not real high on this. Is this reshaded?
This is reshade.
Yes,
yeah.
that's reshade. Yeah, that's
That
So,
is definitely
here's
reshade.
Playing Fox's point of view
There's
with
just nothing
normal
I'm gonna
gamma.
call it here for today.
And then
It's
here's
about
Fish's point
6:30
of
in the
view
morning.
with
I haven't
reshade
slept.
night and day.
Struggling.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah,
no worries,
they are
appreciate it.
literally flying at different times
Alright.
of the day.
Good night.
Thanks.
In this segment of the track, have a look at, if we can, have a look at from Playing Fox's point of view, coming to the SAR split, because this looks very clear on Fresh's screen, but it's very daunting normally.
So we've been seeing
Yeah,
some
pressure's
consistent
definitely
flying from Playing Fox the last little while to set himself into third place.
While
As long as he can
rejoined
pull this off in the
Astromedic.
last 20 minutes of this race, then he should be looking at third place.
Are you seeing Huru anywhere at this stage?
I did see Haru jump not too long ago. I'm trying to see where he is for his rejoin, but yeah, he looks like he's about 200 or so kilometers away. File is coming in for his rejoin now. So again, we saw the help with how important it can be to have a respawn crew with being able to get in that much sooner.
Computer Jesus has pulled away from the race, is gonna get some sleep, so that's a white flag from Computer Jesus after so many
That's
crashes.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Tough day
Zero
for
07
Computer
to
Jesus.
Computer Jesus in chat.
Yeah, shout out to Computer Jesus for going at it for so long. I don't blame him. You know, when you know that it's out of hand and there's no chance of making it, and at some point you need just some sleep. Fresh coming up on do 3D now, and then we'll see. He might be making Fresh might have time for 2 more overtakes before the end of this race on do 3D and Playing Fox.
We still have 19 minutes to go.
I think Fresh has enough time to get to 14 laps.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or 14 laps completed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
depends
because
on when
we
the
have
white
the white
flag.
flag.
Это еще будет?
If he-
19 минут.
He will. A nice sentiment from Papa Juggernaut in the chat from Computer Jesus. Yeah, it was
Racers, we
sad
are
to
approaching
see,
20
like,
minutes
we saw
remaining.
Wellstar go through the same this morning, but yeah, you thanks for participating, because you did put the effort in to learn the track and to grind it, so just
Ну, Фреш-то нагоняет и нагоняет Зюда.
so many crashes.
Как будто бы к концу круга он уже может обогнать. На ряде поворотов.
Might be able to get in there, get a few more laps and keep himself safe from Rentier's coming up and trying to pass him.
I want to see what happens between Huru and Herbie. Will Herbie overtake Huru in the standings? I really don't want Huru to lose, but I also like Herbie.
Well, we have Herbie completing his a lap here in a moment, so he might. I don't know if that makes him overtake or if that just puts him up on the same lap now.
Because he is
Following-
+1 lap.
Yeah, I think it just brings him
Following
onto the
that,
same lap. So Haru's coming in here in a second. He's coming to rejoin, so they'll be on the same lap, like right next to each other.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
Hello to everybody from Manfall Down.
Hello, rejoining.
Michelle. Manfall Down he's always here whenever we are racing with Enzia, and hello to the family. Enjoy your coffee and cheesecake.
So was that man fall down and Michelle fall down, or?
Or
have
the woman fall down. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's not
Oh,
even
you know what?
clear.
No, you know what it could be. It could be man fall down and women pick up.
Ah.
Yes, that's a winner.
A bit of a cluster
Every-
going between Rentier,
every
Fresh,
great
and
man is an
Duty.
There,
greater
look
woman.
at that. Hey, Dash Master, that's a DRS train right there.
Yeah, it is. And oh,
But it's not gonna
Love
be
this
there for
echo
very
flip.
long.
Very
Let's see how much,
wide
how
on
much
that echo.
he. Let's see how much he catches up to do 3D. That was almost 700 meters, I think, that he caught up though. Seems like do 3D probably is using his boost right now, but we'll see once Fresh starts to use his boost, he'll catch back up to do it again in short order.
Even taking it easy through there, Fresh just made up so much time. on Duke 3D, and with 16 minutes
Если бога нет,
left,
откуда
and
этот цвет?
Jesus out of the race. This is pretty much going to be some of the racers we'll see next Saturday in GP1.
Ладно, табак освещения, но прям...
The last 16 minutes used as a test session for these drivers to get ready for the main GP.
Ну, был бы корабль, который так фары мог бы светить, мы, наверное, такие утыкали по всему треку.
By almost 300 meters. Oh, Dude 3D went the wrong way.
He missed the turn.
Да.
Oh.
He went the wrong way through the track.
Yeah.
He has to go back. Oh, so that's there. Fresh got his overtake.
Короче, Савана то, что Дюд запутался, он не с той стороны туннеля зашел.
Still better than crashing, so...
Yeah.
Oh no, I see a Jacqueline's, he's frozen in the same spot at the flip again. He's having a real hard time in that spot.
That is unfortunate.
Rentier hasn't finished a lap in a very long time. He's been sitting on 6 laps for ages now. Another ship destroyed for Jacqueline. There you go.
Дюд потерялся окончательно.
And there's why we haven't seen Rentier lap.
Oh, ship crashed. But very lucky for Rentier, because normal rocket did not show up. And we only need to disqualify 2 people from the collective 18. Rentier will be able to race next weekend.
The next interesting, or maybe the last interesting overtake we'll see tonight, if it's able to happen before the end of the race, is Fresh catching up to Playing Fox. He's not too far behind, but it is a fair bit of gap to make up. We'll see if he can do that before the end of the race.
There's Herbie, and now I want to see where is Huru. What is their position? They're on the same lap together. Is Herbie gonna overtake Huru?
You know, I was talking about gap earlier between number 1 and number 2, Boltok. Now drifting even a little bit farther behind Fresh, 2 minutes and 13 seconds behind, almost 2:14. So Fresh just continuing to push forward and dominate.
Well, Fresh just
Не сказано за хору лететь.
those 853s. Boltok last lap was a 909, so you can see that Fresh is he's put the hours of practice into this course into great effect here with just how consistent he's been with these lap times.
Which says something because Fresh has also had to avoid people going the wrong way, dude.
Yeah, he's hailing.
I'm sure Fresh came around that corner and was like, whoa, you're not supposed to be here.
This Playing Fox's perspective, you can see him using his pings to keep an eye on where he's supposed to go.
And this is what I was talking about, because when Fresh was flying through that section, with his reshed, he could see very clearly, but look at the contrast and the darkness from Playing Fox's point of view. It's extremely hard. They're flying in very different. I think after this qualifying, some of the racers might use reshed come race day.
It would definitely be something I'd be looking into.
Да, следующий вопрос, если бога нет, откуда свет? Да не исчезает до сих пор.
Is it this bad?
I also just really like the challenge.
Ну да. Там не из-за каких-нибудь отражений или прогрузов странные. Привет.
I came to win. I'm a painter winner. I love how immersive nighttime is, but it is not for everyone. I do understand.
Dude 3D just jumped Jacket into 6th.
Yep, and Jacqueline's rejoined just behind him, or he's rejoined at his spot already, so he's made a quick rejoin.
And so far it looks like Huru is safe from Herbie, but things might still change. We still have 12 minutes to go. There's Huru. An incredible performance by Huru. I did not know Huru was this fast. Fantastic. A great racing by Fresh as well, and Boltok.
Бога с нами нет, свет отключили.
Ship destroyed. Beauty Jesus.
Не, ну есть какой-то, но уже не такой яркий.
We'll be looking at a white flag the next time.
Richard a son médic.
Looks like Jackden's finally gotten past Echo.
Нифига у Ричарда акцент.
Thank you.
So, hope he gets through the city now as well. I know that's another pain point for him as well. So good luck. Keep it up, Jackden.
Might have a bit of an interesting fight going between Haru and Jackden if Haru can catches up to him. So might have something to watch out for here as the race finishes.
Yeah. Haru, just stay safe. Just finish in this position. Personally invested now.
Are we missing Plain Fox and Fresh are still a little ways apart.
It's incredible. Like if you're having a really good race, you don't really get seen on the camera. It's like we haven't seen Boltok at all today.
He's had a fairly clean air for most of this race, and the racers who Fresh has overtaken have had a lot of crashes before Boltok's caught up to them.
I mean, like I said, I think that's worth noting that Boltok is 2.5 minutes behind Fresh, but laps ahead of positions 3 and 4. So
yeah, so he's doing overtakes.
Comfortable, just
he's doing overtakes. We're just not seeing them. And even
I
Shaq
think
did a lot of overtakes.
Pilots are crashing before he's getting to them. I don't think he's been having many overtakes on faster pilots. They've usually had not that he wouldn't have still gotten there and overtaken them.
Nobody's notices second place. Liquid Prime. Who was second this morning? We talked enough about you, Liquid.
How many laps did Liquid complete this morning?
Let me see. Oh, he did 13 as well. Liquid and Shaq both did 13 laps. Then Tint did 12. Jelly did 11. And then we had Canadian Maverick on 9, Pulsar on 9, and Nafty on 6.
So it looks like we'll see 2 14s from Fresh and Boltok, which is faster than anyone this morning. And then Plain Fox would not have been second, I don't think, assuming these things hold true as these laps continue to hold true.
There's Yaharo passing Jackden.
Oh, did we miss it? Did he make the overtake? Oh, we did miss it. Yeah,
he made it.
Very fast.
Jackden was very polite and took a wider line. We appreciate you, Jackden. I know you just want to get your lap secured, and that is more important than anything.
Especially after 7 crashes.
Well, as long as Jackden crosses this again, that's 9 laps. I think that puts him into qualifying for the main GP.
That's very true, Q, what you're saying. It was Tint and Jelly doing the battle and overtaking each other and trying to fight and putting on a show, which stole the thunder from Liquid and everybody else in the later part of the race. Right now, we are having Jackden and Haru doing this show for us. I don't know.
Just a round of applause for Horo and Jackden getting another lap secured. They had it rough, but they're back, and they're out to take another lap. Go get one.
Yeah, that last lap time for Jackden is almost 2 laps worth of time. That's 17 minutes, 27 seconds.
And really sad day for File as well, despite being very, very good, but because of those 2 crashes back to back. Oh, that's like only 8 laps finished so far, and there's only 8 minutes to go.
I was
Possible
also
Horo crash with Jackden and overtaking?
Yeah.
Way out.
What's going on there? Haru's in a...
I think that was a crash.
Oh no.
It's a crash with the marker. Not sure where he is. There you go. That's it.
Didn't need this
crash? Oh, that's too bad. Jackden was able to survive the debris and keep flying, which is good for him.
Whoa! The crossover.
Haru might be going for a 4th position here.
Yeah, now it will definitely happen. With this crash, Haru will not survive it. He will definitely have a drop in position.
Yeah, Haru's gonna have a hard time. He's got to get down here quick before I think before white flag's called, can you confirm that, Echo? If a white flag's called and you're coming to rejoin, can you still get on to try to finish a lap, or how would that work?
You can. That's checkered flag, where that's the cutoff point. When checkered flag is raised, deaths, or if you're not rejoined.
Блин, я летабнулся.
That'll be disastrous. Yeah, if that was true, he will lose a lot of positions and he will fall.
Блин, чуть я просто W не написал.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to get in there. Well, he has a little bit of time before a checkered flag comes up, because Fresh is getting close to finishing this lap, but then you'll have another almost 9 minutes as for Fresh to complete the final lap to get on here. So he's probably got about 12 minutes to get back.
Quick reminder for everybody, we are approaching our last 5 official minutes on our time clock here, but as Dirk was just talking about, we've got a lap that we've got to complete, get some white flag and checkered flag action. If you have not yet picked up your Anzia Racing merch, it is one of the best ways to support the Anzia Racing org and events like this. All you got to do is put exclamation merch in the chat or go to anziaracing.com/merch and pick up the thing that suits you and your team best. But really amazing stuff, a great selection there to check out. So go do that today and support Anzia Racing.
Get a Plain Fox overtake on Herbie.
There was 3 racers flying together.
Бля, написал не Fresh, а типа Gonna Flash.
I don't think Fresh is going to make it to a Plain Fox overtake before the end of this race. I think the gap's too far. We'll see at the end of this lap what the gap is, but I don't think Fresh is going to have time.
We're just joining
in now. Watching how Plain Fox was flying, he's really in a groove. Like he cut the course very, very well when taking over Herbie.
Yeah, that's gonna be the team orders now for Herbie to let Fresh pass, and I think he's doing that right now. Right now.
Yeah, he's made it an easy pass for him, an easy and safe one.
There we go. Fresh is gone. He came and he went. Easy as that.
Yeah, so it's about 15 seconds between Fresh and Plain Fox. So that is, I mean, Fresh can have a delta of close to 20 plus seconds on Plain Fox when he's going fast, but they'll be close. I think they'll be right next to each other as they finish. So I think for Plain Fox, actually, what he's going to want, he really wants to stay ahead of him so he doesn't get caught by the checkered flag. He wants to get through.
All right, racers, we have a white flag.
Fresh does, otherwise he's going to lose a full lap on his leaderboard.
The white flag is on their final lap.
Fresh just crossed the line, so yep, there we go.
Yeah, so this will be interesting for Plain Fox. He really wants to stay ahead of Fresh. If Fresh manages an overtake, Plain Fox is going to lose a whole lap because he won't be able to go finish another one under the checkered flag. And that could almost, if Haru gets back quick, Haru could almost use that to his advantage. If Fresh were to overtake Plain Fox, we could see Haru come all the way back up into 3rd. If Fresh overtakes Plain Fox and Haru comes in and gets another lap in before the end of this race.
So much happening just in a qualifying race. It'll be a very, very interesting GP. Who's gonna be the unlucky one with the most crashes next weekend? Who's gonna have a bad race, and who's just gonna have no crashes at all? The money will be on Fresh and Bolthog at this stage, because those are the only 2 in this race who haven't had a crash so far.
It's going to be, or we were talking earlier too about how this EU qualifier had a faster average, and it seems we're going to get most people getting into the double digits of laps, which is better than what, 3rd or 4th place at the US one?
Yeah, more laps, definitely 14. So Fresh is already ahead, and if Bolthog does that, yep, they are already ahead. So the Sheknu and Liquid Prime will have to take lower grid positions. But, very, very cool.
Gonna make for an exciting lap 1 next Saturday.
That's gonna be the tough one, the chaos. Fresh coming to the warehouse. Wow, how closely he takes that. Even at this late stage in the race, he's not being safe. Ho ho ho. Fastest lap by Baltox. What?
I think that's an error.
Yeah, that has to be an error. Only I can do those speeds.
Yeah.
In your dream.
Boltalk got an extra lap in there, I think.
Yeah, Boltalk does have an extra lap, so I think we just call it on the track.
Yeah.
Okay, we see Haru's coming in now. Haru's coming to join in the race. So this is what we want to see happen is for Haru wants to see Fresh overtake Plain Fox. And then he might be able to get himself up into 3rd place, I believe. Or maybe not. No, maybe not quite actually. No. I think I have that math wrong. I think no matter what happens here.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Like, how is that gonna play out? And I was like, okay, maybe I don't understand this. Like, but yeah, okay. But I really want Haru to come back and have a good grid position. At this stage, however, they all have completed 10 laps. So that Jellyhead had 11 laps finished, and he was 4th. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'll remind you again, Shakno and Liquid had 13 laps finished, Tint had 12 laps, and Jelly had 11. So once we have the lap overview, we can kind of see how the grid will look like next weekend.
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite parts actually about endurance racing, especially when it involves a team. You have someone on the white flag or checkered flag lap here, like Fresh. You can sort of you can almost get an extra lap out of your team by making sure that Fresh doesn't cross the finish line first before you. The strategy can get really interesting all the way down to the very end.
Yeah, as a team, when you have multiple racers, you can dictate that kind of grid positioning. Because we're deciding this qualifying. Here we go. Fresh has 14 laps. I think Boltalk also has 14 laps. So those are your starters for next weekend. Fresh and Boltalk, they will be. I think I don't know at this stage. They're at the same number as Shakno Liquid Prime. We'll still have to see. They will have 14 and 14. So yeah, they will be. Fresh and Boltalk will be 1st and 2nd, and then Shakno and Liquid will be going for 3rd and 4th.
Fresh is pushing on Plain Fox here. This overtake, this is going to be really interesting.
And
does this change grid position?
I've removed Boltalk's double counted lap, and we should have accurate laps again.
So at the US qualifier, what were the? Can someone just quickly go over the total laps for each racer for me?
I just did that. So that was Shakno and Liquid on 13 each, Tint at 12, Jelly at 11. So that.
Okay, so for Plain Fox, what is he at right now? He's at. Sorry, it's not.
He's at 11. So he'll have 12 in the end.
Well, no, he's either going to have 12 or 13. So this is a whole grid position for Plain Fox, having to stay ahead of Fresh. If Fresh catches up to him and crosses him, it'll drop him down another spot on the grid because he won't be able to get the extra lap in.
But they are approaching the later part of the track, so at this and there's no eco flip to do where Fresh usually catches up on players.
This section they're coming up on is a section that I've heard from guys that can be a lot of times.
The highway.
I know the after the highway.
Okay. It's the hold on. What's after the highway?
The dock pit. The dock pit. I heard is a huge time save area. So Fresh does that very smoothly and gets in front of Plain Fox. Like I said, it's a full grid position for Plain Fox in the main GP.
They're entering the dock pit section now. After that, they still have Tiger Highway and District 4 to go through.
Also, for Plain Fox, he's either, I don't. He might be listening to the stream, and if he is, don't leave any boost through the end of this lap, because if Fresh overtakes you, that will not be good.
Here we are. Yeah, Fresh is. Oh boy. Okay.
Been in that line consistently all day.
Yeah, good job playing Fox. Looks like he's maintaining the gap. Yeah,
great,
he's able. Oh, but you how many of these are there?
Quite a few. Oh, the gap's coming down.
Yeah, it is. It is. He definitely pushed. Definitely pushed. Oh no. Only one more section.
Fresh has a lot of boost. I imagine he's gonna dump it through to the end here. So I don't know how much boost Plain Fox has left, but it's coming down to the wire for Plain Fox.
Good job by Plain Fox, though. It's not easy to
Plain
hold
Fox,
off.
super aggressive right now, hitting all these current turns as fast as possible.
Oh, it came down to 500 meters. Yeah, now it has gone up to 800 meters. So
I mean, that might be a boost difference there too. And Fresh had a much better line through.
Oh, he's overtaken.
Oh
Fresh
no!
has overtaken Plain Fox. We did not see that happen though. What?
No, it was
down.
Yeah, it was the line through a turn where Fresh did a negative G and kept things much straighter.
Checkered flag, Fresh, your race is complete. Plain Fox, your race is complete.
A whole section there, and that is it for
No, I got distracted on the last straight.
Overtaking third to last line.
Болтоку и Херби.
There we go. And we can already see that Plain Fox, the race is finished.
All racers, please complete your current laps.
Wow, that was very, very close.
That's a whole grid position loss for Plain Fox there, not being able to hold it in the last turn.
Yeah, Richie crash.
I mean, I can't blame him. It is Fresh coming down on you, but that is crazy. It's very fun to watch.
Incredible racing, like Fresh. It was not an. He didn't have a
Richie,
single
that's
moment
your
of
race complete. Thank you.
Just chilling there. He just kept pushing throughout the race, Fresh, throughout the qualifying. Oh, this was a lot of effort. And also, but a very good practice for the Grand Prix next weekend. So the grid positions right now, they're all gonna change. Very interesting. What will be the final grid? Fresh and Ball Talk will definitely take the lead.
Plain Fox says he got distracted on the last straight. Oh, that's too bad.
No, I got distracted. No, Plain Fox. Man, you were doing good. Don't get distracted next weekend, please.
So that means we're gonna have,
oh no, Rentier!
Oh, Rentier at the end too. That sucks.
Ship destroyed. Looks like collision for File and Rentier there. Looks like a collision.
At this point, we're just waiting to see if there's any more collisions between Huru, Herbie, Dude 3D, and Jacobin. If any of them crash, then they will fall to the bottom of that group of 4. Otherwise, we'll probably hold where we're at right now in positions.
Very happy for Huru too. He was able to stay ahead of Herbie. It's awesome. But I don't want to jinx it, so I'm knocking on wood.
And interestingly, we still are waiting for
Dude,
Bolt
3D, your race is complete. Thank you.
You know, at the beginning of the race, we saw these two neck and neck, constantly next to each other, and that gap just got wider and wider and wider as the race progressed.
Race finish for Dude 3D. Oh wow.
Well, that's really well done for him. Then gets him all the way up to 4. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but
yeah, because he was behind.
Just a few crashes, yeah.
Is that? Fresh, thanks for the show.
Well, when everyone is so close, when everyone's so close in laps, near the
Bolt
end
Talk,
here,
your race is complete. Thank you.
For that position to change up.
There's Boltok.
Boltok comes across.
So yeah, very well done, Dude 3D, getting himself into the 4th spot there on the grid. I think Herbie's coming across, so Herbie is gonna move up a position as well. So I think it was Haru's falling so far down with the crash, but trying to get back in there. Haru might be at the back of this line.
And that's unfortunate because Haru was
coming up now. He's not too far.
And that's unfortunate either way because Haru was in a good position in 3rd for most of this event. They just had a couple of crashes that knocked them down the order.
They're approaching the finish line now with Haru. Plain Fox's hands are hurting. Well, you have 1 week to calm them down.
Herbie, your race is complete. Thank you.
Insane consistency, yeah, from Fresh and Ball Talk, amazing. There was a huge gap between the two, but still. There we go, Herbie's jumped ahead.
Horu, your race is complete. Thank you.
Well done, Herbie, with the 5th.
And here's Horu.
At the end of this Echo, are we going to have an example of what our grid is going to look like for the main GP? Is that, or is that a little bit too early to be asking for?
Yeah, I don't have anything prepared to combine the results yet, but if you can map them out right now, you're welcome to talk about them.
I mean, you can
speculate.
Yeah, you can see that it's going to be Fresh Ball Talk, and then it's going to be either Tint or Playing Fox, because they're both on 12 laps each at this stage. Yeah, Shaq. No. Oh, no. Fresh Ball Talk, Shaqno, and Liquid Prime after that.
Right, yeah.
So
and then
our top 4 positions are already logged. Yeah, so it'll be either Playing Fox or Tint, depending on their collective time. After that, we have Jellyhead at 11. How many laps did Herbie complete?
I think 2-3D Herbie, Haru, and Jacqueline are all going to be at 11.
I'm gonna wait for. I'm just waiting for the screen to change to the laps. Let's see.
Yeah, Herbie should be sitting at 11.
Yeah, so they're all 11. Herbie.
So it's going to depend on who crossed the line faster in the race time.
Yeah,
that's it.
For morning it was only Jellyhead at 11, and after that it will be Jacodin and File, and after that it will be Canadian Maverick and Quelsar, and after that it will be Rentier.
They'll finish.
Oh, yes. So they will jump ahead of Maverick and Quelsar. And Rentier will have 8 laps, but Rentier will be starting at the back of the grid. Quelsar will be second last in the grid.
I'm not seeing File, so File I think will finish at 10. I think he might have had a crash and not gotten back soon enough. But Jacqueline will go to 11.
That's still ahead of Maverick and Quelsar because they only did 9 laps.
Right. Okay.
So the bottom of the grid. Yeah. Today truly, with so many crashes. The back of the grid is Rentier, Quelsar, Maverick, and then File, Jacodin. That's the reverse grid, I'm telling you.
We just got confirmation that File did crash after the checkered flag, so
File is 10 laps then. Jack will be 11. That's still ahead of Maverick and Quelsar. Herbie, great job. Welcome to the chat. You did good. Very consistent. Herbie didn't have a crash, did he? No. So Fresh, Baltic, and Herbie had no crashes today.
Herbie had a crash.
Good job.
Herbie
good job to the No Crash Club.
So it was
guys, in this race, the No Crash Club is only 2 guys. It's just the number 1 and 2 positions. It's Fresh and Baltic. Everybody else had a crash of at least once.
Oh, well, no. Papa Juggernaut. We didn't crash either.
Well, I mean, give me time.
I had one when I moved to the side of the track to let someone overtake. Oh, that was the one, the team orders. It was Fresh you were letting overtake. Yeah, I remember I actually talked about that. That was the team. So we were right. It was the team orders that got you that crash.
Nice work, everyone. We're waiting for Jacodin to finish very shortly.
Waiting for Jacodin to come over.
Yeah, sorry about that. I
And
accidentally hit the fucking landing gear, so it's been a really slow lap.
Bring the qualifying to an end.
It's fine.
Great job.
Alright, Jacodin, your race is complete. Thank you. Alright, everybody. Appreciate you all coming out. Racers, staff, pit crew. We appreciate all of you. This wouldn't happen without you guys. So thank you. And have a good morning, evening, the rest of your day, whatever.
I think they crashed around the same time, and I thought Rentier was after File. I
Dude,
could be
so
wrong.
sorry for the
Race
first
officials are all kinds of official on that.
And there's a party going on. That's Baltalk, Huru, and Fresh congratulating each other and exchanging insurance information. Hello,
Sad
guys.
to see them. Sad to see them. We've got Baltalk and Haru not in Mirai outfits, so it looks like they need to win. Seem to be lacking.
You only can put on the razor. Oh, they're exchanging cruise bottles. That's the sportsmanship. How cool. Well, the after party of the qualifying race is happening right now. Everybody's joining. There's Thunderwolf, our camera person, Nox Verdine, our checkpoint officer, also joining the party. And I am expecting Oleg to crash soon into the ships and make it official. Polaris frame motor. Oh, Jacko, sorry to hear that. Hit your landing gear. Unfortunate. Is Andrew MI66 in the party? Is he taking screenshots?
They had a family thing come up. I actually DM'd them earlier. But we'll get them for the Grand Prix next weekend.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is our race. I'm gonna quickly show you all the results so you can see all of the laps together from our wonderful races. Here are the results of the EU Asia GP1 qualifying race. And there they are. Well done to all of our racers. You all put in such incredible effort. Thank you so much for coming out here. And we'll tally these up later, but our friends here have speculated where they're going to play.
My bad, I accidentally hit the boost.
So,
whoops.
You'll see that very soon in the end.
Oh my god, that's another one.
Back to us in
Keep
the
the screen up. If
It makes you feel really better, that made me jump too.
But it's crazy that that killed me, you didn't directly hit me, huh?
Magic!
Voltalk.
I'm alive!
Shaknu, Liquid Prime.
I'm not, I'm dead.
And then either playing Fox or Tint in the next positions. And after that, it'll be Dude, Herbie, Peru, Jacodin, and Jellyhead somewhere in there, depending on the collective times. After that, it will be File, and then it'll be Canadian Maverick and Qualsar in the end. So, Beauty Jesus, Nafty.
I got into the.
Oh, and Renty Rich is also there. Okay, yeah, Renty Rich will be starting ahead of. No, Renty Rich will be starting last. Second last will be Qualsar. And Computer Jesus and Nafty have been disqualified from the Gorky 15.
Félicitations, Tantier.
There you go, back to us in the commentator booth. Hello everyone!
Hello, hello!
Yes, we're still here.
Juggernaut. See your logo,
Here,
but we don't see you.
On the wrong. I'm on a different screen. I was doing other, race work. Sorry.
There we go.
Welcome back. That was a good race.
All right. Thank you. Really appreciated the race, and especially to everybody who is watching us live on Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do not forget that the Grand Prix #1 race is next Saturday for pretty much everybody. It will be 9 o'clock on the U.S. West Coast and approximately 4 p.m. GMT.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Doing my math right.
See you next weekend.
So we hope you can all tune in and check out the grid that Len's just laid out for you. So we're looking forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support of Anzia Racing and the entire racing community. Lens, where would people find you if they wanted to see you somewhere other than this broadcast?
Well, I am traveling for a while now, so the only place you will find me will be right here in NZA Racing. I'll be back next weekend with you. I'm not sure who is in the commentary booth, so I'll be shoutcasting for the Dragon Tofu qualifying. The final Grand Prix, which will be a lot of points to grab. So I'll be here. Other than that, you can find me on YouTube. I stream my artwork sometimes. Again, I'm gonna hype up my Titan. Yes, that's one of my artworks.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, doesn't it? One more time. Thanks for the plug. Yeah, I do a lot of Star Citizen artworks, a lot of doodle works and stuff. Do a lot of virtual photography. Hang out with Papa Juggernaut. Hang out with the cool kids of the Star Citizen. A proud member of Southern Cross Alliance and NZA Racing.
I love that he started that laundry list of things with, well, right now I'm traveling, so the only place you'll find me is here in Anzia. Then he listed 9,000 things. So, thank you very much. Dashmaster, it was great to have you join us for this particular qualifying run. Where would people find you, and what would they find when they do?
Of course. Well, you can find me on IE Sports Radio on YouTube every Monday with the Extra Mile, talking all things racing. We're going to be talking about this race as well as the ongoing NASCAR playoffs. IndyCar just wrapped up, but the silly season is underway. The NHRA is beginning their countdown to one. The Italian Grand Prix is going on right now, and none of the positions have really changed. Actually, I just lied, but I'm not going to spoil because I know Lens wants to watch it. So you can catch me there. I need to get back onto my streaming, twitch.tv/Dashmaster. So keep intact, or keep it in tune on there. And again, sorry for my tardiness. Next week will actually be at a decent time for me, so I will definitely be here.
Dirk the Cameraless. If people wanted to learn more about you, where should they do that?
Ну да, но максималка становится медленнее.
YouTube channel actually, because that's where we host the SCR podcast, and that's probably the best place to see more from me. Other than that, I just run my racing team.
I'm going to save our best for last, so I will go right now, and I will let you know. If you wanted to find more about me at the PJ party, all you got to do is go to YouTube, youtube.com/PapaJuggernaut. You can check me out on Blue Sky. You can check me out on Threads. I'm active in a whole lot of Discords, including my own. And last but not least, we have the wonderful Echo Bit. Echo, the presiding officer of Anzia Racing. How should people discover Anzia and you?
Hello, you can go to anziaracing.com to discover all things Star Citizen community racing and where to sign up and even participate as an amateur or get started with your racing career in the community. anziaracing.com or join our Discord, discord.gg/anziaracing. And if you want to find anyone here, their links are also below in the Twitch panel section and the About section. Go down there, follow them, make sure you give them some love on social media, and check out their videos and channels as well.
Thank you to everybody who is watching this live or recorded. We appreciate the support. Please, if you're live, stick around. We are about to raid out to another live streamer, so enjoy. And once again, is it race day yet?
We'll see you next time,
I was just looking
everyone.
at those about us sections. That's an amazing job, Echo. What's happened to that?
You're welcome. Just one last thank you to the racers. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to the event staff and Cloud Imperium Games for making the best damn space sim Star Citizen. And thank you to all our commentators. And thank you for joining us today, Dirk, as well. We love you very much. And is it rest day yet? Bye-bye, everyone!
По факту. Что-то заканчивать будем. Вот все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Финал на следующей неделе. Когда он там? Сейчас. Вроде днем. Погоди, у нас 13-го Super Dragon to Furan. Я не помню, будет ли там стрим. А, там потом GP2 пойдет. Короче, там в воскресенье все, в телеге кинул клич. Всем спасибо, всем пока. Все.